want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it, it's real. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it, it's real. Like you, like you, like you, like you, like you, like you, like me. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it, it's real. Faded nature, faded nature. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it, it's real. Faded nature, faded nature. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it, it's real.
What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome to Chapter 3. We are back. We are back. We are back. What's good with you, Quez?
What's good, my brother? What's good? What's good?
Man,
What's going on?
Tired like a mud sucker.
Man, I know it, man. I know it, man.
What's good, Jamal?
We just glad you're okay. Jamal already in here, but he don't play no games.
He ain't playing today. He ain't playing.
Going
I appreciate it. So for those that don't know, there's a little bit of a scare, but everything's okay. Everything came back normal. Besides, I just got to eat. I got to ingest more potassium. So I called my auntie like, hey, I need more banana pudding.
I don't think that's what they were talking about, sir.
No.
I don't think that's what that meant.
That's exactly what. Just load up the banana pudding with tons of bananas, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to be good. But my blood sugar is good. Everything else is good. It's just that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's some chest pains that was going on. But, you know, and then on top of that, your voice is really, really tired. I've been going at it. I'm exhausted. So forgive me if I look fatigued, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here for y'all. I couldn't miss this.
The dedication, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's what's up. What's up, man? Yeah,
Peace,
welcome to getting old, you know what I'm saying?
I'm the youngest out of the bunch.
Hey,
what's up, Steve?
You know I'm gonna tell you about that potassium. Do I have to tell you? Do I have to tell you?
Go ahead and get them, Green Giant.
It's not banana pudding. It's not banana pudding. Eat the banana, not the banana pudding.
Yeah, I got bananas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna eat banana
tomatoes. Tomatoes. Get them veggies in there.
I don't like tomatoes a whole lot.
Well, you need to research what vegetables have a lot of potassium in it, but stay away from the banana pudding. Just eat the bananas.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what's up, man. But hey,
like I said, my blood sugar's good. Everything's good. Just you know,
I'm not worried about the blood sugar. It's good now. Keep adding sugar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yasm.
Okay. You don't want to go through what I go through. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Oh gosh.
You gotta reach the threshold, sir. This is where life gets serious.
Yeah, true.
Everything counts. Everything.
Right.
Yeah, listen when God be sending you those signals. Listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But how y'all doing today?
I'm glad you're okay, though.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good stuff.
Still a little sore, but I'm good. I'm good. How y'all doing? How's your week been?
Good.
It's been a good
Long
week.
as usual, but good.
Right.
It's been a good week, man. Good week.
All right.
That's for sure.
Keeping the
so
grind.
For those who are, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, I said just keeping the grind alive, man.
Right.
That's what we got to do. Man, so for those who are tuning in, thank you for tuning in. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the like and the share button. Make sure you're getting this onto your feed. If you are on YouTube, make sure that you hit the like, share, subscribe, and your notification button. So therefore, whenever we pop on, you can just you'll be the first to know, and you can just jump on in. I'm gonna have to fix that later. My notifications all popping up on my thing. All right, y'all. What's up, Queen? How you doing? We see you in the comments. Make sure you're sharing this. Make sure you're sharing. So let's go ahead and let's just get into some ratchetness real quick. You know what I'm saying? Before we start the show.
Oh Lord, let's see what you got for us.
It's tamed. I was rushed, so it's tamed.
See. It's your boy Third Degree, and I'm back with more ratchet news.
Well, kicking it off, Harvey Weinstein 2020 era, conviction overturned by New York Appeals Court. I'm over here scratching my head like, how did they get this wrong? It's crazy. But I know somewhere R. Kelly's in a cell somewhere thinking like, I need his lawyer. But I guess if you got the complexion for protection. But moving on. Megan Thee Stallion's former photographer accuses her of harassment in a new lawsuit, alleges he was body slammed or body shamed and witnessed Megan being intimate while they rode in an SUV together. Can you say, hey, I need some money without saying, hey, I need some money? This is completely like a money grab. And what type of dude, I guess since it's perfect because this is the soft dude era that we're talking about and he's one of them. Brendan Paul, Diddy's assistant, charged with drug felony. That's not a good look for Diddy. It's not a good look at all. But stay tuned. Cardi B's legal team allegedly discovers Tasha K's hidden trust in Africa. She about to get got. See, this is what happens when you put out any and everything over the internet. That you can just say whatever you want without saying allegedly or just putting out false information. The same way that they're doing Tasha K is the same way that they should have did Donald Trump. Moving on.
I don't want to hear what he has to say about what he's done for black people. He's done very little for us. And he is at his core truly a racist. And
speaking of Trump, John Legend claims Donald Trump is a complete racist. He believes black people are inferior and he's done very little for us. Yeah, we've been saying this. But we will probably talk about this and the rise of black Trump supporters maybe on another episode because it's quite interesting that some of us can see that while others don't, and yet the ones that do still vote for this guy. But we'll talk about it later. Moving on. The estate of the late, greatest of all time, Tupac Shakur, put out an official statement. The unauthorized, equally dismaying use of Tupac's voice against Kendrick Lamar, a good friend to the estate who has given nothing but respect to Tupac and his legacy, publicly and privately compounds the insult. So yeah, they gave him a cease and desist, telling him that he had to drop that song, that tailor-made freestyle, get it off of all social media platforms, or else they were going to sue. And he complied. So Machiavelli came down from the heavens and said, "Not on my watch, homie." Yo, but it's interesting. While we still wait for K-Dot, but moving on. Well, it's a wrap for my Lakers. Nothing more to say here. We probably about to get swept, but moving on. Apple loses its number one phone maker spot against Samsung. I've been trying to tell you. Go Samsung, go Droid. So, yeah, Apple sucks. Moving on. Martina McBride offered Beyonce some free advice. Take off the hat and stop pretending you're country. You're not. Hater. She keeps getting hate. Keep making them mad, Beyonce, and keep making history. Moving on. A school in Dallas asked fathers to attend a breakfast for young boys who didn't have fathers of their own. More than 600 dads showed up. So salute to the fathers out there in Dallas that showed up. We need more like you. Men all over, please continue to step up and show out for these boys who do not have fathers. Salute to you, kings. Salute. Neo's baby mama, Shady B, apologizes to Neo for blasting him on Instagram Live. She went off calling him Diddy Jr. and, freak offs and all this other stuff, only to go back and retract and apologize, man. So blaming it on postpartum and other emotions, whatever. But I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But moving on. Dude, like seriously, K-Dot, where you at, bruh? Where you at? Anyway, I had to hurry up and rush this because a lot of stuff was going on today, but that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Enjoy the show. Anyway, I'm your boy Third Degree, and that's me. Yeah. Yep.
You have some good stuff in there. Some good stuff.
All right. Finally, yeah. I didn't have to look of shock of terror on you guys' face today. Because normally after I get through you guys be looking like, oh.
Hey, when you take your time, boy, you be coming up with some shit. I'm like, hey.
Man, I don't know where you be digging that stuff from.
Man.
Find it. I save it throughout the week and I make sure I just come right back to it.
Right.
That was pretty decent, man. That was a good one.
Well, thank you. Man,
they all be good. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Sometimes got clutch the pearls, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Man.
Nah, good
so
stuff.
let's backtrack a little bit. We're gonna kill some time, get more people in here. If you're on Facebook, make sure you're hitting the like and the share button. Share this onto your feed. Make sure you're getting people to come through. This is gonna be a good one because tonight's topic, we're talking about the Sot Man Era. We're gonna ask a little bit, is it feminine for a woman to shoot her shot to a dude? I mean, just for like a little appetizer, a little something just to get off. But I think just this whole Sot Man Era thing might actually take up a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want, this is for you women, for the ones who say that we bash women or we talk about the negativity of women, which is not true. We hold up a mirror and we show folks what they are, because we get on dudes too. But tonight is going to be the night for the fellas, because I don't necessarily agree with some of these soft dudes. Some of them are looking like straight punks. You know what I'm saying? They sound like punks. And, but we going to talk about it too.
Look at Danny Jamal like that, bro.
Cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. He's normally our number one share too.
Damn. Cold-blooded, Bill.
Hey, well, so I know this might take up. Let's spend like maybe a minute on it. Because someone asked me to actually make this a topic. What do you think of the rise of Black Trump supporters?
I mean, you know what I'm gonna say.
All right, got a feeling.
Go ahead, please. Because you know what I'm on.
It just surprises me, out of all the things that have come out of this man's mouth. We still have people who support him, want to vote for him. And when you ask people, the only thing they talk about is like, oh, well, he sent us that check. He didn't give us no money. All he did was wanted his name on that check. He didn't fight for us to have that money. None of that. Nancy Pelosi was fighting for it before he got into there. So I'm like, that wasn't Trump that gave that to you. But my thing is, that's the only thing that you have to say. The only reason why you voting for him, because he sent you money that you blew on whatever you blowing it on. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, I don't understand all the racist stuff. And every time I see a Black person when he's doing a conference, Blacks for Trump, it just irks my spirit. It just really just. And he gonna show y'all his true color. Like all them going to the whatchamacallit on January 6th didn't show y'all part of his color, like his true colors. He wasn't there. He was not there. He sent all y'all down there to get arrested, get beat up, and everything else. And where was he at? At home watching it like the rest of us. He wasn't even. There's no bailing out. There's no money sent to none of that. Y'all did his dirty work, and he sat back and watched. So I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't think I'm ever going to understand it, because he will not even get. I don't even like saying his name. I'm surprised I said it, because I normally be like that man. I don't even like saying his name.
Oh, you got tricked into saying it. You know
I know. I'm going to go wash my mouth.
A couple more times, he gonna jump out your monitor like Candyman. You know what I'm saying?
You got your orange cube on your monitor.
Okay.
Amatisha, how you doing? I've done more for you than Barack.
No, he'll get
my new Candace Owens.
I'll sit and talk to Candace Owens before I sit and talk to him. That's just how bad it is.
You want to talk about like the epitome of a sellout, or a COON or a Sambo? It's that motherfucker right there. She's all of them. I'm sorry. And then we talked about it before right here on this show, and then we had some people, oh, she's solid. She has a good point. And I like her. And it's coming from niggas. And I'm like, really? Y'all gonna really just bite into the hype apple? And you know what I'm saying? This is what's gushing in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like
that might be another topic we might need to discuss. I think that would be a good one.
Hey, let me tell you what I really think it is, though. I think that these Black Trump supporters are springing up out of nowhere because they just tired. You know what I mean? We keep looking at the same aristocratic behavior from the candidates that we get. I think Trump just added a little spice in the mix. Like, you know what I mean? We've been eating oatmeal for 200 years, right? You know what I mean? Now they done brought grits out on the table and hey, man, let's try some grits. I don't really think people believe that he would be a better president. I think they just want to see what happens. It's like a reality show.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna
what
see
it
what
turned
happens.
into. That's what it turned into, man. It turned into a reality show. You know me, I don't care either way. I don't like neither one of them, to be honest. You know what I mean? Both of them is shitty picks, in my opinion. But, you know,
hey man, Trump showed up to a Chick-fil-A with a bunch of black people. He likes black people now, and he likes chicken. Has the tastiest chicken in America.
I would have believed it if he did that Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a better. You know what I'm saying? Pull up to the Popeyes, homie, or the churches.
You go get you a pair of them shoes. You know how black people love shoes.
Man,
right?
them shit is rocking. Yo, I stepped out of the house with them, man. I'm like, yo, I'm shining. You know what I'm saying? Have people looking at me, honking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they looking and honking, all right, but not for the good reason. It ain't because them shoes.
You ain't gonna buy you a pair of white supremacy ones. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm about to go play basketball in them right now. Thank you, Donald Trump.
What's up, Adoration?
Hey, Adoration.
Hey.
How you doing, girl?
Oh, all right.
You ready for this topic, girl? You ready for this topic?
This is gonna be. You might shine on this one.
Wait, what are we talking about today? I forgot.
Soft Man, girl. You know you've been placing that all over your social media. Soft Man Era.
Here you go. It's for you. You drizzle, whatever. How you say that?
See, I didn't know. Third doesn't even know the history of the stuff. He just met Andrew Tate. Like he's way back.
All I know is the drizzle thing sounds equivalent to the Shanti tilt, tuck, and tighten. There's just certain things that we as straight men ain't gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the insanity workout, this is over here tilt, tuck, and tighten. I'm like, I stay out of shape. I ain't doing all that, bruh. That don't look like heterosexual activity right there. You was doing some other stuff. Thought you can get a workout, bro.
Oh God.
Say what you want, say how you feel.
You know what?
Listen, this is drizzle is the area to express yourself. So express yourself.
Oh, is that what it is?
I said it.
All right. All right. Well, let's get into it. So, if you guys want to come on, make sure that for the Facebook users, the link is in the comment section. Hit that link. Come on in. Make sure that if you're using your phone, if you have your headphones plugged in, because they do work as a microphone, and microphones pick up everything. If you are using your microphone, just know that it picks up on whether you're chewing, whether you're snoring, whether you're sneezing, whether you got clinking in the back, whatever. It picks up on everything. And like Quez likes to famously say, this is a production. This is going out all over the world. So if you don't want to look like a nigga or, like tilt, tuck, and tighten, then just don't do it. Have your best representation of yourself going forward.
Amen.
Drizzle.
What's good? What's good?
What's up, Toes?
How you doing? I'm glad you make it today. What up, Just Blaze, Quez, LT, Adoration.
Let's get with you.
How are we doing?
What's going on?
All right. So let's go ahead and get it started. Quez, you know what to do.
Oh, snaps. You had enough time for that, huh? Third, what's the word?
Actually, I was too lazy to come up with a word. Today is going to be some words coming from you. Drizzle. Drizzle. So we're going to play this right here. And then you can expound on it a little bit.
Don't do that. Don't put the drizzle on me. I don't want that.
So here goes some words from Quez.
Because this is one thing that people don't realize about people that take, they don't have limits.
Right.
So you have to set the limit if you're gonna give. Because the taker is just gonna keep taking as long as you're willing to give, right? So a lot of people get sucked into people just taking from them, and they steal your essence, right? So that after you come out of that situation of realizing that they've been a taker the whole time, now you're not willing to give to anybody else because you've been taking advantage of somebody who should have never been given to in the first place because you didn't set the limit.
This dude over here just dropping bars and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that was good. That was.
I mean,
I appreciate that, sir.
So I chose that because I mean it ties into everything we talk about. And again, it's one of the hot topics on Drop Your 3 Cent, where we talk about the whole 50-50, or we talk about gold diggers, or people taking advantage of people, especially, you know, when it pertains to like money. You know what I'm saying? Men are taking advantage of women and women are taking advantage of men. So it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, if you get into like an unhealthy situation, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, or a business partnership, and you constantly or consistently see somebody just, when you're putting more into it than you're actually receiving, then it's time to actually just check the temperature of that relationship, and then ask yourself, hey, is this something that I need to continue with, or is it something that I just need to just let go? Because again, it should be a thing where you guys are both benefiting from each other and helping elevate. You know, whether it is like a relationship or friendship, business partnership, whatever it is, if the main objective is not for you guys to both grow and obtain something from it, then it becomes a thing where somebody's just taking advantage, just trying to get over on you. Right. And that's the thing that we have to stop of this era, is people taking advantage of people.
Agreed.
I kind of agree, but not all the way.
The
only reason I say that is because sometimes, let's say, for instance, your girl, you don't have jack shit, and your girl is the one that's successful. Well, maybe not successful, but she has a good head on her, and she's giving you the knowledge to put forth, and you actually listening. You don't have dry shit in your ass. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to start, but she's giving you the play. Obviously, she's providing the knowledge, the support, and all the valuable assets to the table, but you're actually applying those things, and then when that's how that's how your relationship flourishes. I just take an example, Denzel Washington. For his wife, when they took the cab, he couldn't pay for the cab that they took to get home, and she paid that. For a lot of women now, there'll be a deal breaker. They're like, dude, his ass was broke, he couldn't pay for the Uber. Fuck that nigga. That is something we deal with today in society. But every month, or I think it's every other week, Denzel Washington has a bouquet of flowers sent to his wife. And it's the constant, because she fed into him when he had nothing. And so it's not every relationship and not every like start of a relationship is equal. It's just finding the right people to pour into and allow their cup to fill up. And then they will pour, when that cup is filled up, they will pour back the half that you put into them. So that's why I said yes and no.
I want to say something to that too, though, because that was a good analogy. But what I think that when we always talk about giving, we're always talking about monetary this and that. I don't think just because he didn't have the money to pay the cab, I read the story as well. He paid for the dinner. He didn't have any more money to pay the cab, but he was a good man. And I don't think that monetary when you're talking about giving and getting.
But I said knowledge as well too. It's about knowledge and
being a decent person,
and
being
everything
kind,
else.
being gentle. She knew this was you mean like even me, you know what I mean? When I dated my ex, he was broke. You know what I mean? He paid for what he could pay for, but also I helped build him up. But he was also a good, genuine person. You know what I mean? He was there for me. Exactly. So I'm saying, like, I feel like we talk about money all the time as when we talk about giving, but it's more than that. Sometimes you're giving.
It's about. I prefaced it with knowledge as well, like, and time, and if they're nurturing that seed and allowing it to grow. But on the other hand, if your girl is giving you all that, you don't have anything, and she's giving you the keys to the castle, and then you're not listening to her, you're wasting her time, then that's when it becomes a problem, because you don't have shit to offer. You don't have shit to offer, and you're wasting that gift. And that's how people then be like, well, I ain't gonna help nobody else because I helped this nigga that didn't have shit. And then it burns the good guy that she later on finds and is ready for her, because that dude wasn't ready for her. Maybe he's not a bad dude. Maybe he wasn't in the right time, right place. Because me personally, if I was 22 as opposed to now, I was a piece of shit. So like, I could be honest and self-reflecting. I brought my ego to the table. That's what I brought.
Right.
And so, and that's about it. And so I didn't have much to offer, but now it's different because now I understand my flaws And I'm able to be like, no, this is what I have to do. One, for myself to be a better person. And so that nobody's trying to heal me or raise me at the same time.
Right.
And so that is the difference. And you got to be able to do that to be a real man. I hate saying real man, but to be a generally good person, you have to be able to self-reflect on who you were and how you're growing and progressing. That's
Right.
I like it. I like it. All right, well, let's get into the show.
All right, let's go.
And on that note, make sure you suck toes. I just have to throw it in.
No, I don't do feet.
You know, such a good
right.
You know, I can't be all
we know
knowledgeable.
it can't be. Yeah, it got to be a little something in there.
I got
to jump off the train on that one.
Yeah, I don't want people to take me seriously, so I got to throw something in there.
Well, this is a topic that we're not going to take seriously.
I'd be like, okay, that nigga back there, I know him.
All right, so as of recent, we've been hearing about soft men and this guy drizzle, drop, raindrops falling on my head. I don't know. So we keep hearing so many things about feminine men and feminine energy, whatever. So here goes a clip to kind of set it off, to spark this whole show.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but can y'all niggas please stop doing all the things that bitches do? Y'all want to goddamn get y'all nails done. Y'all want to get y'all hair done like a bitch. Y'all even starting to wear makeup. Like, we can't have skinny jeans no more. Y'all took that from us. Y'all took purses from us. Like, we can't do nothing as a woman. Like, I don't want to go in the nail shop and look at a nigga. Like, the nail shop was our holy grail, just like the barbershop was y'all. Like, y'all don't want us to come stand up in the barbershop with y'all, right? Like, damn. Like, I wake up every day and be like, this generation is not the generation for me. Cause it's just too much going on. It's too much femininity in these niggas. Like, y'all need to tighten the fuck up. Like, y'all niggas need to go join the fucking war with Israel and shit. Go do some man shit. Fuck.
What was that?
The most ignorant post he's done in a long ass time. God,
ask her the same question. We'd be like, who hurt you?
Yeah. At the same time, I'm like, how many women now like football? I don't be like, stay at home, don't watch football. Exactly. I'm like, no, watch football with me. I don't care if you like Taylor.
Yes.
And then it's like wrong generation. I'm like, wrong generation. Are you talking about the generation before when we could drink and drive and then I could go home and beat your ass and then go to sleep and you have all my food ready? Which generation? Oh yeah, but I'm wearing some steel toe boots, some fucking lugs, and some jeans, and then I go home, beat your ass, and then you complain. It's like, come on, this nigga soft. Like, what generation? What generation?
What generation would you like to go
What
to?
generation?
Time travel. Pick your poison.
Yeah, come on.
Well, it's because she's saying this because we see stuff like this. Hold up. I got something for you.
Stay out my inbox with all the good morning, the hey handsome, the how you doing. Just send the money. Drizzle. Just send the money. It's not that hard. Drizzle. I mean, my best case scenario, I open up, you probably won't take me somewhere to like what? Cheesecake Factory? Drizzle. Are you out your mind? My Burberry cologne costs $250. My hairdo $200. The girl who do it use salon quality products. It's $90 a bottle. Shampoo and conditioner. My beard oil, Maruca honey, tea tree oil, and lemon extract. It's $30 a bottle, head to toe, and vegan organic coconut oil. It's $40 a bottle. My shoes, Balenciaga, they cost me $9.50. I'm stepping out of Miri, baby. This is not Shein. This ain't Fashion Nova. This ain't City Trends. This how I'm coming. And you want me to step out with you for free? Drizzle. Just send the money, Drizzle. It's giving broke, Drizzle. It's giving you don't know how to treat a real man, Drizzle. It's giving you need to go back to the drawing board and learn something from your mammy and them, Drizzle. Look.
I am laughing. First of all, ain't no beard oil you're using is worth that much because he had a little bit of beard, Drizzle. No,
Drizzle.
So let's get that. No, but I'm laughing. So I've been laughing at that since I first saw it. Somebody gives broke, but you the one begging for all the money.
Yeah, what the Drizzle?
I'm sorry, and I laugh so hard at this because I really see this as when the women do it, now the men are doing it. So I don't know if they take it, if they make it fun. I don't know if it's serious. I don't know, but that's how I see it. I see
You
it like
hit
women's
on a
like
valid
get my
point,
nails
T.
done,
I'll tell
got
you
my
the
hair done, and
history
this and
of
and
the
now that men
drizzle.
are doing it, I don't know if they making fun or if it's serious, but I crack up
So,
every single
so
time.
playing advocate. So seeing it come from a dude's perspective, I need this, I need that, I need this, nah. How ridiculous does this dude sound?
He got standards. Drizzle.
He sounds hella
I laugh
ridiculous.
every single time.
Sounds good.
I only got
I
the
laugh
back
every
end of it.
single time.
I only
Especially
saw
about
the
the
back
beard.
end of it.
He ain't got no beard.
Do I need to play one more
what was
again?
these? Yeah, play it one more
No.
time.
No.
So Melvin can get-
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
Melvin
Stay out my
missed-
inbox with all the good morning, the hey handsome, the how you doing. Just send the money. Drizzle. Just send the money. It's not that hard. Drizzle. I mean, my best case scenario, I open up, you probably won't take me somewhere to like what? Cheesecake Factory? Drizzle. Are you out your mind? My Burberry cologne costs $250. My hair do $200. The girl who do it use salon quality products. It's $90 a bottle. Shampoo and conditioner. My beard oil, Maruca honey, tea tree oil, and lemon extract. It's $30 a bottle, head to toe, and vegan organic coconut oil. It's $40 a bottle. My shoes, Balenciaga, they cost me $9.50. I'm stepping out of Miri, baby. This is not Shein. This ain't Fashion Nova. This ain't City Trends. This how I'm coming. And you want me to step out with you for free? Drizzle. Just send the money, Drizzle. It's giving broke, Drizzle. It's giving you don't know how to treat a real man, Drizzle. It's giving you need to go back to the drawing board and learn something from your mammy and them, Drizzle. Look.
That reminds me of
I
like
need to send you.
that's like Ike Turner reincarnated. Like he's
Say
just
it.
like a pimp. Like, hey girl, you gotta take care of me because these things are
Listen.
You are
expensive.
not. Ike
It's
Turner
like
was a
80
man's
Shades
man. He was
Yeah,
not talking
what
about
do you
no
think?
drizzle.
Where do you think Ike Turner got his looks, his coat, his? You think he had some talent, or was that on the back of Tina?
Whoa.
Actually, don't do that.
Melvin, you done slipped into a slippery
Don't
slope.
do that.
All I know is
Ladies, hold on. Whoa, no, Melvin, hold on.
all I know is
Two pick.
Hey,
Joe State
sir,
Trump
you
got
got this
fooled with
one.
Ike Turner.
Melvin, two pick. Hold up, mother sucker. Hold up.
Give us some correction.
First off, what you do not know was that it was Ike Turner that made Tina. This dude, Ike, was an innovator. He is actually credited as the founder of rock and roll. It goes between either him, Little Richard, or who is it with? Is it Chuck Berry? Between those three, but actually he is credited with the first rock song, Rocket 88, that was Ike Turner. Ike Turner was a musical genius. Now, he may have been on some other stuff. We know this, you know what I'm saying? But he was the one writing the songs. Proud Mary was him that wrote. He wrote that. You know, he wrote a lot of their songs. That dude won a Grammy even after Tina Turner. So we ain't gonna let you just shit on that man's legacy. Apologize.
Drizzle.
He said apologize.
Don't apologize. Stay on your stuff.
I'm a music dude. He's an innovator. He's gonna say, what is he? Tina made him with the funk. They took both of their talents and they created each other, man. But it was Ike Turner's genius. He was a musical genius. Now going back to Drizzle.
Okay, let me explain to you guys the history.
Ike may have been
a
genius, but back when he was a genius, they weren't paying, and so he didn't have no mink coat back when he was a genius. That
okay, sir.
Well, what does that have to do with anything, though?
He's saying that Ike didn't make no money until he got with Tina.
Ike was making hella money.
Yeah,
he got
basically, they weren't paying.
That'll be another topic.
Like,
go ahead. We need to. People are asking what drizzle means. So
Okay.
Down.
All right, let me explain. Let me explain the history of Drizzle. So there was a red pill movement. Everybody except for Third knows about this for some reason. Third's just like.
He said he'd be oblivious to some stuff. Some stuff does go
okay.
Go ahead, Adoration.
Yeah, Adoration is you.
Okay.
What's this Drizzle?
So probably about 4 months ago, no, a little longer, 6 months ago, the red pill movement was at its height. It started back with Kevin Samuels. We all know him. You know what I mean? Sitting online, people calling in, you fat and you ugly. That's why you can't get nobody. Take down your sandals and so yada. That was the whole red pill movement. It started with Kevin Samuels. He was the grandfather or the father of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Then he died, and as soon as he died, because he had a really big audience, like a big audience of like men who just felt like they just couldn't find a girl, yada yada yada. So basically, the thing was tear down women, make them take down their standards so that they'll be willing to date you. That's the whole, concept. So as soon as he died, everybody jumped for his audience. So there was all these different random people, men and women now, trying to jump for his audience. Andrew Tate got the biggest chunk of his audience because Andrew Tate was, I guess, apparently supposed to be this masculine guy who, I don't know, that's the guy. First of all, he's like really like, I'm sure some of you guys know him. I guess a younger panel would know who he is.
I know who he is.
We know who all these people are that you talk about. I'm just,
I know.
Okay, so Andrew Tate, that's how he got famous. So he would talk about all the way from, some things would be like, he would mix in like some things that seem good with some things that are bad. So a lot of young men ages like 12 up start following him like devout. They were devout followers. He was teaching them how to, get their bodies together, but also how to be sexual predators, basically. Andrew Tate is a pimp, and he has women that he pimps out. He has this course called Pimping Hoes Academy. I'm not even playing. I'm not making this up. No. He has a course called Pimping Hoes Academy. He tricks girls to think that he wants to marry them, talks to them online. Once he gets them over to where he's at, then he slowly starts pimping them out and turns them into cam girls. His idea of women is that you either raise your daughters rich and give them money, or else they're going to go to somebody else and become sugar babies. Anyway, this thing got really big. Hold on, I'm not done.
Okay.
They just want the definition of drizzle.
Yeah. You giving stories, and it sounds like it's the Root series. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so then when that got popular and the guys start acting like that, there's a new lady who came out. We call her Sprinkle. Nobody knows her name. I don't know her name. But basically, she'd be like, Sprinkle. So her thing is like, oh, you want a housewife, you want this, you want that. Well, then you got to provide this, that, and the other. Everybody talk about they want a housewife for them. You got a house. So she's the Sprinkle lady. This is before Drizzle. So she's just like really weird. I wish I could send you a video of it. But she's like, I'm not bringing nothing to the table, Sprinkle. Sprinkle. So this is where the Sprinkle came from. I don't know if you guys know the scene.
I do.
So basically, ladies start doing this whole Sprinkle trend where they're just like, basically provide this, provide that, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. So then this is where Drizzle came from. So then the guy was like, you know what? Why would I put my efforts out there for this and that, Drizzle? And then that's where the Drizzle came from. So that's where we're at now. Red pill, Sprinkle.
So we got a bunch of retards out here just doing stupid
so
stuff.
What it is whenever somebody makes a point, if you notice, every time he made a point, it costs this much to get my hair done. Sprinkle. I'm real drizzle. It costs this much for this. That's pretty much saying like, I said what I said. Now, if you're going to come with it. But I said what I said. That's how she did it with Sprinkle. It'd always be after a point. Oh, I'm not going to bring nothing to the table. Sprinkle. Like I said what I said, do something. That's what that meant. So the drizzle is the male version of the Sprinkle.
Sprinkle.
All right, so I have another clip and we can break this one down.
There are some out of men that, they're in their masculine and they understand that you're supposed to pursue a woman and court her and how to treat a woman. They understand they're supposed to protect and provide. But then you have the other half where they're just trying to figure out life and figure out where they fit in at. So a lot of them beat on their chest like King Kong and say they're alpha when they're really just a beta. Then you got some of them that claim that I'm masculine when they're really feminine. Society and a lot of things that's on social media, especially red pill content, got messed up. Well, men messed up.
She has a good point.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this red pill content type stuff?
It's crazy.
Oh, you haven't. Oh, it was a huge.
They're incels.
It was huge.
That's all they are.
See, here's the thing, though. Mm-hmm. If you're a real man, you're staying within your real man lane. You know what I'm saying? We're not on here looking for stupid ass terms of drizzle and the sizzle and sprinkle and all this other. I mean, what type of ish is that? I mean, sound like a bunch of retards. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we had the divide. This is why it's like, it seems like it's men versus women and all this other stuff. Exactly. And then the fact that some of these dudes are placating to it just makes them make them look extra stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, with these stupid ass terms that people take from TV shows, TikToks, IGs, the pick-me's, the Lulus, the sprinkles and all this. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
But
And then people
didn't
argue
Cat
about like,
Williams-
well, this is the real definition of what it is. You get the shit from these TV shows and you try to create your own definition to it. But again, it just sounds retarded.
Okay, well,
Didn't Cat
so for
didn't Cat
drizzle,
Williams say
drizzle,
like
it's not on the height level of a pick me. To me, drizzle is just some silly term you say after. It's almost like saying I said what the funk I said. Pick me it's a social media term too, but there's so many definitions and people are using it as a attack mode. Drizzle, no, nobody attacking you. It's just saying I said what I said.
Could you imagine being a grown man going up to another grown man like, man, I told her drizzle. Like,
but that's the thing. A lot of these people that are using it are in their 20s. These are young TikTokers.
No,
and well, it's well, no, and you know what? But some of the other ones I've seen that's older, they are drizzle. Okay, they're a little bit,
yeah, because that's where you should be.
These are social media terms,
so,
and if you choose not to use it, to me, it doesn't bother me. The pick me
Can I
girl
just give some advice?
Drizzle and sprinkle.
It
don't bother me.
Can I just give some advice to my daughters? One of which who may be watching because she's of age.
Mm-hmm.
Any grown man that comes to you and tells you should be buying him tea tree oil and taking him out to eat and getting his hair done, if you don't leave that motherfucker sitting on the curb right where the fuck he at, drizzle, and let the raindrop hit him on the head. Because ain't no way you could that like let's not it's funny. It's all fun and games, you know what I'm saying? But I think all just hit it on the head. Drizzle ends up at Diddy house. You know what I mean?
But that's what. But my point is, don't focus on the drizzle. Focus on what they saying. Drizzle is like nothing. Focus on I want you to pay for this. I want, like you just said,
it's the energy.
Yeah,
he sounds
like that's hella feminine energy.
Yeah.
So to the women here, fellas, we're gonna kick back for a minute. Because this is something for the women. So we're already bashing these stupid, idiotic dudes. So women, what is feminine energy to you? Define it for us. Spell it out.
Feminine energy.
Your version.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Jess. Take off. You got this one.
Jess, you go first, cause
right. You sit next to third, so give us your real interpretation. The setup be real. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what third be doing that's feminine that you don't like.
Wow.
No, I'm just playing.
I didn't even fill up my teacup.
I'm joking.
Lemonade.
I don't have my teacup. No. The teacup is when we spill tea. It's empty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just joking. Go ahead, Jess. You got this one, man. I want to hear it.
I would say for me, speaking for myself, pretty much someone who like complains about helping a woman take the load off of what she has, because a man is going to help take the load off of what she has as far as kids, kids being in the picture, because it is a lot of work. Yeah, men can help, but women are the the majority caretakers of the children, so I feel like if the man can't help take off the load, like as far as I don't know, let's say,
you gotta be real specific here.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
let's say she's working like, I don't know, 60 hours a week, okay? And she ain't got time to cook.
Why the hell you guys got kids?
Shut up, Melvin. Let her get her issue.
Dang. Because you work 60 hours, you can't have kids?
He's saying when you have time to make them, when there's 24 hours.
You work in 60 hours. Like, do you plan on quitting?
When do you have time to do that?
He asked a question. What did you say, Melvin?
Oh, I said, yeah, you're working 60 hours. One, you don't have time to take care of yourself. Two, if you're still going to continue to work 60 hours, you don't have time to take care of nobody else.
Very
But
true.
most women do, you know, that they work.
Yeah, I
60 hours.
know. A lot of women
All of it.
do.
They do all
They
that.
take it upon themselves,
They have
and because we do what we have to
feed
do,
their
no matter
kids.
how many hours we work,
And
whether it's
the
a lot of
kids,
hours or a
the
little bit of
kids,
hours.
the kids suffer from that because the deadbeat dad,
Exactly.
But
the
they gotta
deadbeat
eat.
dad ain't there, and the kids are raising themselves, and so that is not a good cohesive
Melvin,
plan to
let
have.
her get her.
No, go
It's
ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to hear her whole complete thought process.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
Sorry,
know,
my
you're
bad.
gonna take her somewhere else. She's gonna get the splaining, and we don't want splaining. I just want her real thought process.
Yeah,
So,
I want the process.
yeah, just for the ladies. This one's all for the ladies. Go ahead.
So yeah,
Jess.
so yeah, like I was saying, if a man comes in, you know, and takes that load off of her, you know what I mean? Not saying that she's not working at all, you know, that would be great. You know, a lot of women would prefer to stay home with their children, you know.
Is that
But
before or after he gives her?
I'm Melvin. What did he say?
I can't remember.
I said, is that before or after he gives her that load? You know, a dog's got to eat.
I want Melvin on this one.
Only from Melvin.
And Rachel, you look happy.
I'm joking.
Oh gosh.
My bad.
But yes.
I'll mute myself.
Yeah, Jamal Melvin is crazy.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, let's say, you know, he takes the load off, whether she works half those hours or not at all. You know what I mean? She's gonna be able to like be in her full femininity. That's what I feel like a real man is. Someone who is able to allow a woman to rest in her full femininity. Because like I said, the main caretaker is the woman no matter what. Yeah, the man could help, but the majority of the time, especially when they're small, it's the woman who takes care of the children, you know? So for him to take off that load and for her, allow her to raise the children, that's what I think a masculine man is.
Lovely. Amen.
Go on, adoration. What is feminine energy to you? Yeah, because I'm your left.
Yeah. So for me, honestly, I'm not really a big fan of the whole masculine feminine thing personally, just because I kind of think it's kind of like, oh, like I said, you're a woman who works 60 hours to take care of your kids.
Well, give us your biblical version, adoration. What does the word say?
Well, that's the thing. That's why I'm not really, because the word doesn't say that. It doesn't say you gotta be masculine. You gotta be like who, and she gotta be like who. But the word does say, and I think Jess hit on this. The word does say to men to love Christ as you love the church. You know, to provide for her and this and that. So I do think that's a masculine man. But I also think that when we talk about masculine, we throw out some of the things that Jess mentioned, which means to live in understanding. You know what I mean? To be there for your children, to raise your children, because it does say, you know what I mean, literally like, sir, raise your children. And I feel like we kind of throw that out. And, you know, I remember like when we were traveling with our dad, we were all traveling together as a family, and all the guys like over here, because, you know, they all had families too back at home, you know, whether they were deadbeats or whatever. And they'd be like, wow, why are you traveling with your family? And my dad would be like, well, what's the point in having a family if I'm not going to have them with me all the time? I'm like, well, yeah, but she got 9 kids. And aren't you stressed out? And he's like, yeah, but what's the point in having a family? If people had families back at home. One guy got arrested off the drum from the Americans all the way in Thailand because he was, I guess, paying child support or anything. So I ain't playing. So a lot of these people had, you know, there were normal American guys that left their families, and they were like, this is normal. And they're like, why are you, you know, dragging your entire 10-person, 11-person family across the world? And so what I think is, I guess, I can't call it feminine energy because I don't think feminine energy is bad. So let me talk about, I guess, wounded masculine energy. I think what is wounded masculine energy is when you do something and you're not willing to take accountability, as in actually doing the acts of raising your family and leaning in. Whether you have a good relationship with the mother or not, you're not leaning in. There's a lot of people who don't lean in, men and women, But we see a lot of times where, you know what I mean, especially over here in Passport Bro Nation, you get to see a lot of people who are not planning on leaning in. They're dropping babies over here and making these girls single mothers in Thailand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I leaned in too far, and that's how I got my first son.
We got a bad reputation.
We ain't talking about that.
I can't with you.
All right, T. So what's your definition of feminine energy?
I went last for a reason. Okay, I am a person that is not big on the feminine and masculine energy either. Because and when you talk about it psychologically as feminine and masculine energy, it does not include raising kids. It does not include any of that. What it includes is women are more empathetic. Women are more nurturers. With those type of qualities, those type of traits. And then men are the hard workers. Men go out there and do all that. It says in here, like I'm looking at my notes, and it says that a woman, when she's in her femininity, she is empathetic, nurturing, caring. She goes with the flow, that type of thing. A man is in his masculine energy when he's working, providing, and all this other stuff. So this is where I'm like, I don't like the terms, because a woman can't work and provide for her family and can't do these things. That's masculine energy. And if a man is caring and nurturing and empathetic, is that his feminine energy? Like, is that only what women do?
Is that feminine?
Yeah, that's why I don't like the terms, because it kind of it sets stereotypes that separates the two, where men can be empathetic and nurturers and women can go out and provide for their families too. It's not, that's where my difference is. Like it even says right here, and it has 7, but I'm not going to read 7. It says 7 ways to embrace your femininity and unleash your inner goodness. One of them is retail therapy. Now, as women, do y'all feel that like all y'all do is shop all day?
No, but retail therapy is one.
But on here, it's considered feminine energy. That men don't go out and shop all day, right? They don't do that, right? They don't go buy shoes. They don't do that stuff. See what I'm saying? See what? That's why I don't like it.
Well, Jessica just asked, is that Google's definition?
No, I'm on a psychology website that I've studied through my whole master's degree. Yes. Yeah. I don't never Google anything when I'm bring something out here, because I don't want it to look like Google is like the main source of stuff. Yeah. Exactly. If I'm going into my psychology part of me, I'm pulling psychology journals. So yeah. So it says that women do things like they do things to spark creativity. So men, y'all can't be creative. Y'all not creative. Exactly. See, so it's a lot of stereotypical stuff that goes back and forth.
You are a rapper.
Yeah. With feminine. I mean, yeah, you're an entertainer, you're creative. You know, Quez goes on and does for his job. You have to be creative. If you have your own business, you have to be creative with coming up with marketing strategies. You go on live all the time and you're training your people. And I guarantee you're not doing it from one book of how to train people. You going in and you learning your people and you finding creative ways to train your people, because everyone doesn't learn the same. But that's a feminine quality according to psychological.
Exactly. And I think I love what you brought up, because I think that a lot of people try and use this feminine masculine thing as an insult. I never saw that as an insult. You know what I mean? People are like, "Oh my God, you're a businesswoman walking around, commanding room. You're masculine." I'm like, "Yay!" Because
I'm all for it.
Because it's kind of different for females. They're supposed to be independent. The more independent you are, the more masculine you are, the more it's deemed as successful. But I agree with LT that it's all bullshit and all old, outdated information, and the stereotypes don't, because not everybody is the same. Not all men are the tough, want to join the military, want to kill people. Some people want that kind of. Some men want to plant. Some men want to be peaceful. Some men want to be yoga teachers. It doesn't mean they're less of men. It just means that's not what they are. It's just that's their personality. And I think when we keep putting people in a box, that's when we become more and more upset when the people don't fill that box. So like I said before, it's all about being a good person, not this masculine versus feminine. Because shit, if I was rich, I'd buy a shit ton of guns. I'd buy some. I could spend $10 million off the bat in one day. Doesn't mean that I'm female because I have retail therapy issues. And because I wouldn't buy one damn shoe, but I have tons of other things that I would like to buy that are costly. So it's just ignorant thoughts. And the more we keep letting society determine what we are and what we're not, then that becomes the problem, because society always changes and morals always change. And then we have to see, like, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, period.
Right.
Because in society at a time, like I said before, it was okay to beat your wife and it was okay to drink and drive, but everybody fucking knew that was wrong. There wasn't a good person that, like, yeah, he beat his wife, that's a good thing. And if they were on some bullshit. And so we know that
They were at
now.
home doing the same thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean,
So and that was society. That was society saying. So we all know what's right and what's wrong, and it's just finding the partner that is your yin to your yang, is best compatible with you. And so
now
that
for
is
me,
that is it.
and I'm gonna let Quez take off too, but I think nowadays what it's being used for, this whole masculine versus feminine, or because it's subjective. People take little things from like the Bible, quote unquote, or they take things from TV shows and they try to flip it to try to fit their own narrative, and so they use it as a way to manipulate to get stuff out of people. Again, the whole thing of taking, but not giving. So again, we have a lot of people who are saying like, this is what I mean, situations happen to where women had to actually step up and they had to fill that role of taking care of their children. You know what I'm saying? To where like now if they're doing certain things, but I hate it because the fact that some women they're career driven. I guess it's like masculine for a woman to even try to shoot her shot. Why they put certain women in these certain boxes, because again, I think that the women should be independent to a certain extent. But then also as men, I feel that we need to step up and actually be there, because like Jess was saying, at times, and a lot of times, we have to be there to ease that load. Because again, things, raising children, we can't be there all the time. You know what I'm saying? If we're out there working. I've just seen a case where there was a man who didn't even know how to be really attentive to his wife because all he knows how to do is provide. So I see the good, the bad, and the ugly of all perspectives. But I just think certain people use it to be selective as what they choose to use it for, to manipulate.
That's why I said I don't agree with the separating the feminine and the
masculine. I agree.
Yeah, I don't.
The way that I look at it is like God, for instance. God, if you want to use the masculine and feminine, God is both masculine and feminine. You know what I mean? So I feel like everybody, like let's say a man and he's quote unquote masculine. I feel like certain times he's going to need to tap into that feminine nature in order to talk to his wife or talk with his children. You know what I mean? Or be romantic, like little things like that. I feel like, and then for a woman, for instance, she may need to tap into that quote unquote masculinity and let's say work, you know what I mean? Since that's one of the things, work and actually provide for her family for a little bit. Let's say her husband is sick or something. You know what I mean? I feel like each side needs to be able to tap into either side, because I feel like God is all of that,
But that's why I said it's more of a societal norm than anything. Because in like some tribes in Africa, there's all female warriors. There's not a masculine thing. That's just a cultural thing. So it's like they're not tapping into being like men. No, they are warriors. They're period. They're not like trying to be like anything. And so when we keep giving these roles to people, it's more of a societal thing. And so that's what I say to it. It's not because I if I could, I would love to stay at home and raise my son. That would be fucking perfect. So, and I don't take that as a feminine thing. I'm like, no, I help create him, and if I want him to be a better person, I need to be there to teach him. And that's just my philosophy. I don't think that's just a feminine quality. And when you look back in the day, when they would take their 3-year-old hunting, that's not, and then when you would be tough on your kid, and it just, so those things are, it's how you're raised, your culture, and what personality you have. So it's a more complex issue versus, oh, well, you like to get your nails done. It's like, because before some football players they went to ballet and they did all these things and they were some of the best football players ever. And we're talking about the toughest fucking sport, the gladiator sport there is, but they're doing something like ballet and yoga, and it helped with calming down, having patience, agility, and the list goes on. So it's just like we gotta stop attributing things to just like, well, if you do ballet, you're gay. It's like, no, you're doing ballet because you're furthering your career, because you know there's more to it than just that. And so
Can I
I
be
don't
honest?
know if I want my
I'll
son to
be
do
honest with
that.
y'all for a second.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
In reality, we the only people having this discussion.
You're so right.
I was gonna say that.
We the only people having this discussion, right?
fair.
And when I see stuff like this, I have to look into the dynamics of why it is that Black women are considered strong and masculine, and then Black men are kind of on a lower spectrum of reality. Like, I don't see any other community having this discussion. This is just me personally. You know what I mean? I don't see Asians, I don't see Hispanics, I don't see whites having this issue in their community. We're the only community struggling with this. And I think we would be wise to pay attention that whenever someone attacks something, there's some strength inside of the reason why they're attacking it, right? And we're getting hung up on names and terminology that they're force feeding us with shit on Instagram and Facebook and our Twitter feeds about this ongoing war of masculine Black women and feminine Black men. And I like to look at it and say that there's a real war happening, and we participating in it. Like there's duality for a reason. There's a reason why you ain't born with two dads. There's a reason why you're not born with two moms, right? Yeah, you're supposed to take the essence of both of those and be able to navigate through life, right? A tree grows both ways on purpose. It has to grow into the ground as it grows into the air at the same time. We don't blame the dirt for covering the roots, just like you don't blame the wind for blowing off the leaves. You have to live with the duality of this. And I mean, is there an over centralizing aspect of it? Hell yeah, because ain't gonna be no drizzle over here. But yeah, I'm not expecting women to take me out somewhere more expensive to the Cheesecake Factory. I love Cheesecake Factory. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to wait on, like, that part of it is a problem. Like, men soliciting, shit from women in return for sexual favors. You just a male prostitute. So I don't agree with that. But women, you have to also look that you guys are creating that atmosphere as well with all these unrealistic expectations y'all have on these dates, and that y'all raising little drizzles at your house. You know what I mean? Y'all got to take accountability for that. And all in one. Just like we got to accept that, you know what I'm saying? If our son's turning out to be fuckers, the first place y'all gonna look is at us. And we are like, yeah, you know what? I might have dropped the ball on that one. Just take your turn. You know what I'm saying? Take your accountability. Y'all raising some of these drizzles. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got from there.
What's up, brother Benny?
Big Ben.
What's good with y'all? Yo.
Hey, my brother.
What's good?
Not much, man. You got anything you want to add?
Absolutely not. Y'all hit it all.
All right, so I have another clip we can break down right here. The men and women roles.
What men have to do is provide. There used to be a trade-off for that. The trade-off used to be that, okay, I would do all of this stuff, and then you would do everything that you have to do to really enhance my life, which is take care of my children, keep my house together, cook my food, and do all of that stuff. All of this, taking somebody's life and reducing it to that, we've all understood that that's pretty grotesque. It's pretty grotesque to have a human being that lives to enhance the life of somebody else. That's their job.
Okay.
But that's one thing that's changed. For the man's part, nothing has changed.
It changed because it had to.
How?
Because women, we were in situations where we were having babies, we were getting married, and The man couldn't provide. We were forced into this role. I grew up in a 2-parent household. Me and my dad provide and be a provider, but my mom always worked. She always made her own money. But my dad also raised me, which is another reason why I think that I have the mentality that I have when it comes to dating. Because my dad was always like, if a man cannot do X, Y, and Z, why are you dealing with him?
Yeah.
That part.
Right. Here goes another clip to what DL had to say. I strongly agree with DL.
I cannot understand a man that lets a woman take care of him. My daddy said one thing. He said, never let a woman answer the door when bad news is not. Because in the end, if they have to make all the decisions and pay all the bills and do all the hard, what the f are you? Yeah. What are you? I'm not saying that's the way everybody has to be, but we're not traditional men. We're men in the classic sense, and I don't know what everybody else is.
I think they're both kind of crazy because there's no it's all or nothing. So the man needs to take all the bad news. The man needs to do all that stuff, and that's probably why men have a higher rate of suicide right now. But we keep pushing that men have to do all these damn things, and it can't be equal. And that's my thing is if the woman doesn't want to do all the things that she did before because she doesn't want to be reduced in role, then you got to elevate yourself so that you're a contributor. Or the man is going to be reduced in the role to what is he then? And you guys both got to be the same.
That's your expectation on it, though, Melvin. I don't think that's necessarily what they're saying. To me, I look at it as a mindset issue, right?
Well, yeah.
As a grown ass man, you should be out here trying to lead for your family in the best way possible. Now, does it always work? No.
No.
Do you always have the best scenario? No. It's great to have a partner that can pick up that slack in real life terms. Because what we're doing, we're comparing it to a time frame that we weren't a part of, right? Like in previous times, your job was on your land, right? So you did your work at your house. You know, you farmed or you blacksmithed or you know what I'm saying, you raised cattle. You did that at your house. Now we have to trade our time for money in a society where costs keep going up. So even with that going on, as a man, you shouldn't be turning to look to your wife to say, babe, go get it for us. Unless you absolutely have to. That shouldn't be your expectation, is what I mean. Like you shouldn't go into a relationship like, well, shit, she a lawyer, because we know black women are the highest educated class in America right now. Let's not bullshit about it, right? They're in a different bracket in terms of earnings because, you know what I'm saying, there was a heavy push to get them there. So now they're in a higher earning bracket because they're in a higher education bracket, right? So they have access to way more funds and shit. But as a man, you can't look at that and say, well, shit, they a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chill at the crib, you know what I mean? And let her get it. As a man, you still should be getting your ass up, and even if you don't have it, trying to figure out a way to get it so that you can take some of that load off. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be at the house playing PlayStation when she walk in the door, you know what I'm saying? And the kids then ran around and tore up the house and shit. You're like, yeah, babe, get that, what we eating? Bro,
I'm gonna piggyback off of that. I'm gonna piggyback off that, Quez. If your woman is out there and she is, you know, pretty much taking care of everything, there should be no excuse for you while you sleep. You know what I'm saying? You should be up first thing in the morning, out trying to grind, either trying to look for a job or you can go make a job. You know what I'm saying? There's lawns that need to be cut. You know what I'm saying? There's people, I mean, we see people every day who are out here getting like food carts and selling tacos or hot dogs or something. You know what I mean? There's all types of things that you could do to try to get some type of money to try to help contribute. But at the same time,
make my breakfast in the morning.
You said what?
I said, like, make my breakfast in the morning if I'm going to work. Okay, I better have breakfast on the table.
we heard you, Aikisha. You know
I said I got No, but
I better have my vegan bacon.
Like, hey, you sound like my granddaddy. When I get up, everybody get up. You know what I'm saying?
The relationship should be a teamwork. I think the problem is a lot of people, or at least from what I hear, they try and operate separately. Like, oh, I'm doing this and my woman's doing that, and I don't want her to have to do this, and I don't want him to have to do that. You're supposed to be operating together, as in
But
like,
when can I ask that question?
Somebody scary's at the door.
Can I stop you there and just ask a simple question? When in a relationship does it become 100? Because remember, a relationship is not a marriage. So you're living two lives, trying to figure each other out, coming together as one. So when within that, I think that's the problem when people start thinking, now that I'm in a relationship, he got to do for me and I'm gonna do me, right? So there's got to be that happy medium before then, that when you're figuring each other out. As soon as a man steps into your life, it's not his job to take care of you, right? So there's that happy medium,
right?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion,
I don't mean to cut you off, but I just had to say that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I can answer that for you. Actually, I don't think that we say we're in relationships, and a lot of people, when they say they're in a relationship, they mean they're like mini married. I don't believe in mini married.
Agreed.
Be in a relationship, you date, and when you're dating, in my opinion, I think you start looking at the potential. Okay, not potential. You start looking at that person's actions to see if their actions line up with what you're looking for. So, right, me. Like we talked about last week, going out on a date, yada, 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 what you did. I'm looking, my dad taught me, because I was raised with a father as well. You know what I mean? I'm looking for a man who's willing to be a provider. Okay? Because I know what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to get married. I want to have kids. And like Jess said, most of that kid work, obviously, is coming right out of me. Okay? So I'm going to have every disease. My sisters were just pregnant, so I just got to see it. My mom had 9 kids, but seeing my sisters pregnant was different. I realized, like, oh, you literally have every disease in the book. You are like dead.
It takes a toll on your body.
Okay. So I'm like, whoa. So I need a man who's not looking at me talking about, where's your check, honey? Come on. Where's the money? Because we got to pay the bills. I don't need that kind of energy for myself, because I know what I want. I want that. So, and then the guy who's trying to get with me, he has to know what he wants. If he's looking for a woman who's willing to lay down and bear children, he's going to have to understand that this is what I'm looking for. So if he's talking to a lady and he's talking and we're on our date and she's not talking about, the kids she wants to have, she's kind of like, I'm not really interested in kids and I'm more, that's not his girl. And if he's sitting there talking about, you know what I mean? I don't really believe in this and that. I kind of believe in 50-50. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to be, that's not my man. So to your point, like you were saying, you know what I mean? When does it become that? Me, when I'm going out on dates with you, I'm just going out on dates with you. Me, when I'm dating you, I'm just dating you. I'm looking at your potential. I'm watching you open doors. I'm watching you pay the bills. I'm watching you, dream and talk about your future. I'm helping you build your future together. I'm looking at that, but I'm not moving in with you. So,
but isn't
the
that?
thing is, when you start like moving in with people, then you have to start asking. So who's paying the bills? And if you're a woman who's still looking to bear children and stuff like that, then you're still looking for him to be a provider. And if you're a man that's looking for a woman like that, then you're still looking for her to be this feminine, whatever. So I think that's where it gets hairy, when people start taking the lines of how God intended it for it to be, and they start blurring it. Now we have these long-term 8-year, 13-year relationships. People just floating in houses together. They're not really sure what the roles are. The guy's looking for his wife while he's dating the girl. The girl's looking for her husband while she's dating the man, because they wouldn't really marry each other in real life. And then that's confusing.
You just dropped the bar right there.
I'm just being honest, though. It happens a lot. I hear a lot.
But isn't that more? Isn't that more of your personalities and what you're both looking for complementing each other? Just like I said, the yin and the yang, because you don't need a guy that's looking for somebody that's going to be high pace, want to travel, want to do something. That's not going to be your guy. And that's not, you're just looking for somebody that wants to provide, and that's who you want. But if I want to travel a lot, you wouldn't be one of the girls I'd be going with, because you're like, well, I ain't bringing
I travel a lot.
No, but you're not going to bring a baby on camp. It's going to cramp the style of somebody that is looking. But that was complimentary.
I think he's in general. I don't think it's just you.
It's not just you. It's not. I'm not saying it's not possible, but especially nowadays, how expensive is it to bring nine kids to try to travel from here to Japan or Thailand? What are you doing that's going to allow you?
It's a lot to take 9 kids from here to Las Vegas.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's a different
9
time.
kids from here to across the street.
Exactly. Because you feed 9 people at McDonald's now, and it's gonna be some trouble.
$250.
That's when you start hearing we got McDonald's at home.
Exactly.
And like, you got the receipt.
So the times have changed where that and now in today's society, it's okay. You see it on Instagram. Everybody wants to go to the Bahamas. Everybody wants to go travel. And some people's lifestyles are like that. I'm not saying that's bad, but that's not what you're looking for. So that guy wouldn't compliment you, but he's still making his money. He's still a good guy. It's just not what complements your characteristics and what you're looking for. So it's about finding the person that complements you the best. Because what if it's you're like Oprah and there's a Stedman. Oprah wanted to work and he's like, all right, I'll take a back seat. Go ahead, make your billions and go ahead and be successful. I'm going to be there. I'm going to help you. I'm going to do what I can. You go ahead and do that. We won't have kids. Kids are not what we want. And so it fits whatever you and your partner decide is best for you.
Amen. I agree with that.
Look.
I agree with that.
Go
So
ahead,
to
Jess.
answer Vinny's question, I feel like the lives should, I guess, combined when the man feels like he wants to marry that woman. To answer Benny's question.
Nah.
When he wants to, or when he does.
No, when he wants to. I mean, like
them two different things.
Because
I've been there before. I may have wanted to marry somebody, and you know what I mean. Next year, it ain't headed in that direction. So yeah,
been there, done that.
Look, I'm a firm
when
believer.
He feels she's the one.
I'm a firm believer.
I have many the ones.
Men,
and I have been the ones many of times.
Right.
Exactly.
Men don't typically operate with their feelings in that sense, right? Like our feelings don't typically work in that general aspect in the way that you women do. Men decide, or we choose to play along, right? And I say this all the time. I say this to my wife, to everybody that I talk to in business. There's a difference between a choice and a decision, right? When you choose something, you leave room for negotiation. When you choose, like I could choose to go to the store, but if it's raining outside, I might, okay, well, I'm gonna wait till it stops raining. But if I decide that I'm going to the store, whether it's raining or not, I'm going to the store, right? That's the difference, just to put it in layman's terms.
There's no option.
A lot of people are just choosing to be in relationships because it's convenient and it's something they don't want to be alone. They're not deciding to get married. They're not deciding to build legacies and lives with each other. They're just choosing to be around each other. And that there's a big difference in that. You know what I mean? And
I don't blame them. I don't blame them because shit's too expensive. Like I'm being dead serious. That's why more kids are at their house living with their parents because they can't fully. Society has changed, and so we can't expect the same things that our parents had. Like
But
before
again,
you go out.
Melvin, our parents didn't have shit. To be honest,
That's
to be
true.
completely honest with you, again, I think that's another conversation that only happens in our community because we see 26, 27-year-old white and Asian students still living at home. We the only community that say as soon as you get 18, you need to figure out the fuck you gonna do with your life because you can't be here. We the only people who do that. Yeah, 18, you gotta go. I'm done with you. Goodbye.
But one of those reasons,
but every other community, they let their children stay home till 25, 26, 28, while they get through college or figure out what they're gonna do with their.
You know why that is, Quez? It's partly what we're talking about here. It's the false. You're 18. You're a man. Go provide.
Right.
Go do that. It's that bullshit. Nobody tells, like you said, in the Asian community, he could be 30, working on his master's, and his mom's not like, go provide, go get married. No, it's not that. So it goes to the same point.
Well, I mean, I was agreeing with you. I know
we're on the same page.
All these things coincide.
But to be honest, y'all, I lived in Dubai for a while, and I have a lot of friends, a lot of guy friends who are other. And they live in their parents' houses. And, as much as I don't agree with throwing your kid out at 18, I don't agree with that. But I do agree with your teenagers working from teenager. Like I've been working from teenager and making money. So by the time I was 19, I was making a lot of money. I don't agree with laziness. I'll be honest with you. I know we're looking at a lot of these other communities saying,
Like
"Oh,
that.
I wish we were like that." But when I tell you the laziness across the Arab nations, no shade, across a lot of the different communities, we know in the white community, if you're gonna let your kid be staying home, your kid has to be working. And I feel like when I'm be honest, when I look at the Black community work ethic versus a lot of different work ethics in the world that do stay home, like Quez mentioned, it's night and day. It's night and day.
But listen,
I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
it's different. It's way different because society here is different than Dubai. They're not in the United States. You're hunted.
Dubai. Y'all ain't got trees.
Yeah, Dubai, you're not over policed. Here, you are over policed. Who's gonna hire? So it's a different culture altogether. So it's not apples and apples.
I'm talking about
not even necessarily that though. A lot of what we're talking about,
but most
is
young
realistically, those children are allowed to garner wealth, whether they're lazy or not, because there's a thing such as nepotism. Their dad's going to get them a job. That piece of paper that they're sitting in school with, because once you get the degree, they don't care that you had a 2.1. You have the degree. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're good at the job or not. How many people have had jobs and you like, how the fuck is he the boss? Like, he's retarded. Like, I know we've all had that moment. Like, how is he in charge?
All the time in the Marine Corps. All the time.
He went to MIT. Master's in retarded because he's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of this shit is coming. But like, for real, you know what I mean? But those are see, we haven't learned to play the game of Monopoly properly, right? We're playing off of, you know, I'm a good person, I work hard, and you ask one wealthy person how hard do they want to work, and they're always going to tell you, I don't want to work hard. I want to work smart. I'm going to find me somebody who has a great work ethic and funnel my ideas through them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get paid to be the big brain at the top of the totem pole and find the people that can actually do the work. You know what I'm saying? That I mean, like, look, when you think of Apple, who do you think of? Who do you think of as the owner of Apple?
Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
Steve Jobs.
Man been dead for forever, right? Steve Jobs didn't create Apple. You know what I'm saying? He didn't create Apple. It's another man that's alive right now. He's still alive. He's still at Apple, right? Nobody knows who the fuck he is. But we keep saying Steve Jobs because Steve Jobs was smart enough to find a bunch of people that could bring his ideas to life. So either you're going to build yourself an empire or you're going to help build somebody else's. And all that comes from the education that you get in your household and learning the strategies of the game that we're playing in, whether it's fair or unfair. You still have to learn to play the game where you're going to lose every time.
Right.
They keep your morals and all that great stuff.
But that's what I mean by work ethic, though. That's work ethic.
But I think
that's not work ethic. That's being intelligent. Work ethic has nothing to do with wealth. It doesn't in the terms of physical labor, because when you think of work ethic, you think about staying up late, busting your ass. If I'm smart enough to find 10 adorations and invest in them and show them, hey, adoration, I'll pay you $10,000 per account. You know what I'm saying? And which ones you make profitable, I'll allow you to keep 20%. Adoration gets to work hard because Adoration got a great work ethic. I just had a great idea to tell Adoration to manage 10 accounts.
No, I 100% understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, in my opinion, the reason, because my brother asked me, why do blue collar workers get paid less than the white collar worker? I said, because while it does take you to work with your hands physically, it takes less work up here. It takes less intelligence. It takes less motivation. It takes less. When you're the boss and this and that, people think, oh, I just want to be the boss. I'm like, but you have the brilliance and intelligence to be the boss, but you do the work to be the boss. And you have to understand. You have to understand people.
I don't agree with that.
That's my opinion, though.
I don't agree with that per se,
because
sometimes, you don't have to be
type of intelligence. Go ahead.
Not necessarily. Sometimes, like Quest said, it's nepotism. You're just put in that perspective, or you get a degree and you don't even know what the hell you're like. How many times does somebody get a degree and get a job over the people that they're managing, and they don't know nothing about the job that they're doing. So they all they got to do is a piece of paper that they went and showed that they could struggle for 4 years and get a degree, but they have no idea what it takes to be on the line. They're not. We see it in factories all the time. The workers know more. The machinery, like being in the military,
But
on the
that's
tank.
the thing, though.
But on the tank, when I was in the Marine Corps, the enlisted person knew the tank in and out. The officer, he did he did a different thing. He went out and planned the mission and everything. But we got his tank ready. He didn't have to fucking go and do manual labor. He did something completely different. But we were the ones, were the subject matter expert on what we were writing and what was going to save our life. So it's not always that way. Sometimes it is, but it's not always that way. Sometimes
but that's
people just come
exactly
in.
what I meant, though. You have this expertise. You don't have to know how to make a sandwich in order to be the leader of the sandwiches. You just have to educate your mind to be able to be the leader of the sandwiches.
But it was just it was the reason in the military, that person, he made literally 3 times as much as I did and had a degree and was telling me what to do, but I was doing all the work. Although
he
I
had
was
a more
just
valuable skill.
No, he didn't. I knew what we were writing on. I was in charge of saving his life.
But it's
because
a less valuable
if the
skill,
tank breaks down in the middle of a war, who's he gonna call? He can't call himself. He's gonna call me because he don't know what the fuck he's doing.
It's a less valuable skill.
So
is
no,
it less valuable?
Is it less?
The moving parts of society are considered less valuable skills. Guess why?
And
because it's easy to manipulate people into feeling like
that's
important enough to do something, but not smart enough to get paid for it.
Exactly.
In America right now, we are struggling.
Exactly.
We are struggling in America for trade jobs, right? Why do you think that is? Because we told everybody that tradesmen were pieces of shit, and they weren't worth having those blue collar jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't want you out there paving roads and framing buildings and laying drywall and putting textile on the floor. You're gonna be lame right there. You know what I'm saying?
They'll be a millionaire before a doctor.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And those jobs are looked down on.
Back to work.
Appreciate you.
I need a date from y'all when y'all want to come out here.
Bet. I'm trying to get everything lined up, man. I got you.
For sure. We get on it.
I've been busy, so please hit me soon because I
got you.
Have to say no.
I'll hit you tonight, man. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate y'all. All right.
Hey, bring the content
Hey,
creators. Don't forget them.
brother.
Content creators.
I gotta get with you because you keep saying something, and I'm gonna show you some.
I'm down. Hey, I'm down. I'll be like grimy in a cut. I'll stay grimy.
Just provide him toes and tacos, and he'll be there. Toes and tacos.
I'm like bacteria in a cut. I stay grimy.
Don't help him, Benny. Don't help him at all.
Hey, make sure you guys are hitting the like and share button. If you're on, my fellow, go ahead.
So, but y'all have a good one. I got to go back to work. You see a fight behind me. I'm actually streaming this fight live now on viewit.tv. So please go look at it. It's a fight from Colombia. I'm streaming it now.
Gonna tap in.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. Much love. If you guys are on Facebook, make sure you hit the like and share button to share this out with your people. Make sure it's going on to your feed. If you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and you're notified.
If you're
What's
on
up, Greg? How you doing?
Hit me up.
Oh,
I'm good. I'm good.
I just seen your comment too. As soon as you came in here talking, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. Let's get it.
All right, hold on. I got another clip again because we'll kind of like round it up with this before we jump on to something else. Because your brother's still kind of going on fumes. But I like with this shout out to tonight's conversation because this is real talk.
So what I think anybody dating up here is dating above what they willing to embody. I think a lot of people out here are asking for things that they not willing to embody. You know what I'm saying? It's a lack of qualified men. Like, you gotta have the money, the emotional availability, the emotional intelligence. Like, all right, cool. Do you have all that too, though? Like, nah, just on some cool like, because the stats say likely no. The money that men are being asked to have now, statistically, most Americans don't make. So I know most of the women asking them to have it also don't got it. That's why, like when Ace earlier was saying, like, shorty, you make 65 and he make 40. It's not that big of a difference in how y'all living, especially if your income to debt ratio ain't straight.
Yeah, because you got hair and nails, and that is
You know what I'm
expensive.
saying? Like if your spending habits not in order, so it's like you punching down on who are actually right inside your range. You feel me? Like you think you too good for some that you standing in. You feel like be realistic about what you need, what you want, and cut the superficial out. Like the superficial is extra, bro. Like what partner do you need as a human being? And go find them. You know what I'm saying? Because circumstances change. You up right now, but you might be up in the next 2 weeks.
Shout out to them, man. They got some great content, but that's
Amen. Amen.
Hey, the next time they in Atlanta, I'm going to their show. For real.
Yeah. I'm gonna rob those motherfuckers.
What's up, Angie?
Hey, Angie.
That's what I was
That's one
talking about
true
before,
statement.
though. That's what I was talking about before. Is that again? We got a lot of these people with these high ass, stupid ass expectations. A lot of people are superficial, but this is why we're at. This is why we have the feminine, masculine talks, or the this and he don't do that and she don't do this talk. This is why we're here. And again, I think sometimes we're not looking at the realistical picture. You know what I'm saying? We want the idea that we've seen from television shows, you know, reality shows, or what, you know, people are seeing from their friends, quote unquote, trying to keep up with the Joneses, man. But this is why we have a whole bunch of miserable people on the internet creating false narratives.
Bullshit society.
What the heck are you guys talking about? This femininity? It's two people together making it work, married, period. All that living together and crap, that's disaster waiting to happen.
Nah.
Okay, I have mixed emotions about some of that because I've seen people who live together, they've been married, and they have a more successful relationship than they do people married. So we can't force marriage on people who don't want to be married. But my thing is, I'm with you, Greg, about the feminine and masculine energy. I'm with you there. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. And if two people are willing to fight it out and thug it out and work it together to make the relationship and the household work, so be it. I am with you 100% on that. I am.
You can't.
That feminine and masculine is just another tool to split us against each other to where we're not working together. We're always constantly battling each other. That's how I see it. It's always something.
All right, so Angie says, Angie just dropped a bar. She says, I see online a white lady said black people's relationships are transactional. That's what it seems like in this era. You know what I'm saying? It definitely seems like that. You know, what are you gonna do? I'm only gonna get with you.
Let Greg get his Esau and Jacob stories off.
Go ahead.
I want to hear about the new covenant after Leviticus. Okay,
go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. I'm waiting on you. You know I'll be ready for Greg, man. I like
his
comment back there. I like Greg. Come on in, brother. You know
Philippians 1:3.
It's just funny how these talk shows talk about crap in relationships. It's a bunch of bull. And when you got a person, two people that are dating, I'm old school, you court, you get permission from their parents, if they're alive, to marry this one. You take that responsibility to take care of that.
So, Greg, I hear you. I don't mean to interrupt, though. So, because you brought up a valid point, and I don't want to forget what it is. So, you said traditional, you court, you date, you ask your parents permission. So, the thing with courting is, in today's society, how things have changed is because now it's subjective. Now people have so many definitions of what courting is. We just heard this on this show last week. Well, if he's courting me, then he's buying me this, he's doing this, he's doing it, he's spending. We heard someone literally come out of someone's mouth say that this is their definition of what courting is. Which is why I asked last week, what is actual courting? Because some people equate courting to spending, or what it is that I don't know. It's subjective. That's what I'm saying. So this is where the disconnect is from the traditional era to this new era, because everything now is subjective. People have taken what was meant supposed to be one thing and they flipped it. Even the whole definition or ideal of marriage, they took it and perverted it to make it fit a narrative that they want to fit.
I thought courting was when we both show up in court for arraignment because we both caught a couple cases together.
Boy, what the fuck?
Courting is dating with the intention to marry.
I like that case. That definition might fit with me.
I thought we had
You're supposed to
arraignments
court
together.
to marry, but now people just date to date.
I thought we had
Courting is dating with the intention to marry. Dating
Right.
is dating. Courting.
Now, I said that definition last week. Yeah,
It's not the intention of having you pay for all my stuff and then some.
I don't think that.
One at a time.
Go off, man, because
Go ahead, Greg.
I need my Friday night Bible study. So
Don't get off too much because this is a G-rated production.
If I'm courting a woman, that doesn't necessarily mean money. It means we're getting to know one another and we're working toward having a relationship.
Yes.
Whether it works or not, that's the future. We can't determine what the future is. We just go day to day and invest time with this person. Oh yeah, I'm getting to like her. She's showing some of the aspect that I'm looking for in a woman. Because most guys are looking for women like their mother.
No, thank you.
And
most men are though.
Most men are.
Nah,
men are.
My mom would try to have a street fight with me.
But there's also a lot of men who are homosexuals who are just looking for a place to stay and just looking to try to get off and try to get what they can get out.
Just like their mothers.
Yeah, they just try. Shit.
Oh,
you wrong for that one, boy.
Yeah.
They just moved in with the county. That's all I'm saying.
Shit.
Mom, let's go get your son.
He ain't wrong.
It's true though.
The truth hurts sometimes.
But
a homosexual is a homosexual. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Man, hey, Leroy, if he's 18, gotta pop another one out. Boy, they finna kick us. Just saying.
Like I was saying when we were talking about earlier, I have two daughters. Both of them are independent. My oldest one just had a little baby girl, and she's making it in this world.
Congratulations.
She is married, and they're both making it.
Good.
Yes.
So it can work.
Yeah.
But both of you got to be willing to put that work in.
Amen.
Marriage is not just I do wham bam wham bam wham bam and we're enjoying life. Marriage is a commitment that a lot of people don't take seriously. If you're not in it for the long haul, then don't do it at all.
Amen.
Go buy you a dog or something.
The tax benefits are amazing though. That's why we do it.
It is so easy for people to say, "Oh, I'm not getting along with you." One bump in the road, and they, "Oh, I'm not getting along with you," so I want a divorce.
Yeah, because nowadays we don't have to send a mail letter that takes 2 weeks to get to somebody. All right, you ain't fucking with me. I'm going on Kick right now. I'm going on Instagram Live. I'm going on Plenty of Fish. I'm going on here, there. All right, you want to act up? All right. Well, somebody else won't act.
Hey, that boy ain't lying though.
No, he not.
There's so much. Back in the day,
is not lying though.
Back in the day, there was
Spit
no
your
what you gonna do when okay, you're throwing me out the house? Okay, fine. I have nowhere else to go. Now you throwing me out? Hell yeah. Okay, I'm going here. I'm going there. There's so many more opportunities. The world, if you want to go biblical, the world is a lot more sinful and a lot less moral. And this allows for people to have instant relationships and more connections, good or bad, with other people. So
people they shouldn't be around.
And exactly. And so if you want to act up sometimes, you can't now, because back in the day you could go ahead, oh yeah, what are you gonna do? You can't find nobody, you stay at home. Okay, now I'll stay at home, order my Amazon, and I have a fuck nigga at my house. But when you go on work, it's just like that. It's just like that.
It's true.
It is just like that. It'll be same day delivery. It'll be same. Oh,
Damn.
okay. Same day
But
delivery.
on that point, though, my mom said the problem with social media is it gives people the illusion that they have all these options.
Well, that too.
Well,
It also gives.
I'm sorry, Adoration.
They do.
I'm sorry,
They
Adoration.
do, but I'm
Your
just
mom
saying,
is
though.
off because there is plenty of options thanks to social media.
Yes,
I do agree with that.
but there's
But I
more
also think,
options.
like,
There's
It's
more
not
options.
Yeah, because I can reach somebody in Thailand from the United States if I wanted to.
Right.
All over the
Exactly.
world.
Hello, Adoration. Yeah.
And it gives a
Access-
voice.
You have access to people that you should not even be talking to.
Exactly.
In
That you would
reality,
never have access to.
that's the problem with social media. You have so much access to individuals that you should have no business even breathing in front of. You know what I'm saying? And the lines get blurred because you guys feel like you have some type of camaraderie because you like each other posts, and then you shoot the DM or whatever the case may be. But a lot of these people you are not supposed to be talking to, right? Like a lot of these relationships are starting out of some social interaction because I put the best version of me on Facebook, and that's all you see. And then you get over here and you realize that in my studio apartment, I got an air mattress and a hotel.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I got a hotel refrigerator and an air mattress and a 32-inch TV that I
On
got
top of the 72-inch
Friday.
TV.
On top of
And
the
that's why
that part.
To Marquez's point, that's why you have to sometimes live with the person before you marry their ass, because a lot of people nowadays are faking the funk. A lot of people now, it's easier. It's easier to fake the funk. Like I could put the best version of you, of myself online, and that's who you're gonna see. You're gonna meet my representative. But when you live with me, you're gonna be like, oh, that nigga dirty. That nigga don't wash his ass. That nigga,
You see all
that
the
nigga
flaws.
lying. That nigga's not truthful. You get to see the real unabated version of that person. And
That's
so
because Greg still think marriage is biblical marriages. Like, you know what I'm saying? You drop 2 oxen off at her daddy house, and then you take her to your village.
No,
And
man.
no, I'm not. No, but I'm listen, look, I know it
I'm
sounds
with Greg,
funny,
though.
but I'm being realistic. Like, you know what I mean? Like he said, you had to go ask permission and all this type of stuff.
hell no.
People ain't doing that no more. When you move somebody in your household, your parents don't know what the fuck going on at that house. You know what I'm saying? You're creating an atmosphere where like I can't come over and see your village and see all the people that surround you on a daily basis. Like back in the day, before you got married, you met somebody's family, everybody showed up. Aunties, uncles, grandma, great grandma, everybody was there to meet this one person, right?
Yeah.
They're not doing that no more. You might meet somebody cousin. You might see a little sister on the whim because she caught y'all out at the mall or something.
Everybody's busy.
You know what I mean? But everybody's not showing up to meet you, so you have no idea, first, what type of individual this is. 2, what type of lineage damage they're bringing with them, with their family. You know what I'm saying? Because all that shit play a part too. Some people families is just fucked off. And if you could just see the family, you could see them. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty of people I can see.
Okay, never lied.
But the reason why they're not doing that anymore, though, is because people don't take relationships seriously anymore. They'll live with somebody before they even tell their parents.
Well, that's
So-
not.
so
I don't think
Again,
that's true.
again,
It's not
people are
serious
manipulating to use people. So again, we talked about the word homosexual. These dudes are gonna get with these women. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she got a nice car. Oh, she got a nice crib, or she got a crib. You know what I'm saying? That I can go sleep in. I can go eat.
I don't think
food.
it's. I don't
And
think it's just
lo and
the dudes,
behold, if she has some children, he gonna be in there eating the snacks, the little fruit roll-ups, you know what I'm saying, the gushers and whatnot, little Lunchables, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because Because
but it's not just the dude.
Let's be honest.
It's not,
if
how many of the
HUD
girls
did
are
a
fucking
raid
the same
on
guy?
low-income housing right now,
animal
a
crackers.
lot of people would be homeless.
You said what?
I said if HUD did a raid on low-income housing today, a lot of people would be homeless, men and women.
Yes, of course. Ain't nobody got no money.
I'm saying. It's a lot of homosexuals living with each other off of county dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say that to be negative.
They have to.
I was one of them. You know what I'm saying?
They got no money.
But the difference is I changed my situation.
It's
you know
your
what I mean?
mindset.
I worked to get out of that situation. But I'm just saying, I was over there with y'all.
That's the problem.
I know it's a
That's
whole lot
the
of
key
names.
thing that you
Ain't
said,
on a whole
though.
lot of leases.
The key thing that you said was you worked
that is
yourself
the
out of that
main
situation.
problem of the United States, giving free handouts.
Oh Lord,
Jesus!
He's a Trump
Go ahead,
supporter.
Trump.
I'm not a Trump supporter. I am not a Trump supporter.
Go ahead, Trump. Let's get him.
I was raised
Make
by
America
a
great
father.
again, Craig.
I was raised by a father that had me at 9 years old going to work with him.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And he told
said
me
you got a 9-year-old
That's
difference
why it's
from your
important
dad.
to let somebody finish.
I was like, damn, that nigga gonna put it in work.
That's why it's
Double
important
digits?
to let people finish.
How you gonna have an offspring before you reach double digits? God damn, that man got a seed more than a seed. God damn.
I know. What were you saying, Greg?
my dad had me up, me and my brothers.
Yes.
When the weekend came and we didn't have any homework and the yard and the housework was done, we were at work with him. He instilled in us that a man is supposed to work. A man is not working, a man is sorry to him. And I firmly believe that all men should work.
Absolutely.
Ain't no house husbands. What kind of mess is that?
Yes, there are. Because men work from home nowadays.
No, that's not what he's talking about, adoration. It's not what he's talking about.
No.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
The operative word and what he said was work. So so he's saying that the men who don't work. So yeah, if you're working at home, that's not a house husband. You know what I'm saying? You have a job, you have an occupation, you're making money. If you're a businessman, if you own a business, you are working. You're going to have to put in more work than you have to than normal because again, it's your business. You gonna work regardless.
So men can't stay home and take care of the kids.
Yeah, they
can.
They can,
okay,
but
that's a husband.
No,
that's a stay-at-home
but-
husband.
But the thing about men are supposed to work. Period.
I don't think that.
Greg, how many
in the Bible it states
slavery
if a man
was
doesn't
good.
work, a man doesn't eat.
I'm sorry, I agree with Greg on that one.
That's cool. That's cool. It says a lot of stuff. It says a lot of stuff in the Bible too. Like I ain't gonna sell my daughter for like what 2 oxes or something.
So you taking it out of context.
But you sell yourself for 2 toes and some tacos.
Jesus,
He didn't give them a check and say pay your bill. He handed out free fish and free bread.
Free
so
fish
he gave
and food. So I'm like, people will take whatever I can take any part of the Bible and make it how I want to look at it. We all have these damn perspectives.
That's the problem.
Interpretation.
Exactly. That's the problem. You're saying a man has to work.
I'm saying that men.
That's the problem.
So you telling me you don't work?
Right now, I worked enough. I stay at home.
Yes or no? Yes or no? You don't work.
Not a damn day in my life.
He has
no
money.
More. I don't
He's
do
from
that.
the military. He worked.
I retired.
He has retirement. He worked.
I wanted this dialogue to go, but thank you guys.
I retired. I don't have to do jack shit if I don't want to. I am not entitled. I don't owe anybody anything. Nobody owes me anything. My family's taken care of. I don't have to work. Don't make me lesser than a person. Don't make me nothing. Just means I done my time.
When you were in the military, what did you do?
What my job was?
What did you do in the military?
I was a tank commander.
You worked.
You
I
worked.
You worked.
Yeah. I rest my case.
That's what
Well,
he's saying.
But you know what? I'm gonna go back
But
to
when
what
I was
Fez always
when I was
says too.
15, I worked. When I was 16, I worked, and then I stopped working. It don't make that when we give these things to a person like a man has to work. That's kind of some bullshit. Like, so all women don't have to work, or is it just people
They're
should
working.
should stay busy? People should try to improve their lives. People should do other things, not just men.
If men don't work,
What
this
happens?
nation is gonna go under. Period.
All I know is a lot of
agree with you
working
on
men
that
are.
one.
It's the
All I
same
know
thing.
right now
It's the
is a
same
lot of
thing as
working
women
men.
stop working though.
A lot
If
of working men are
you
fucking
men
up the
gonna start
country
being
right now.
nurses,
So a lot of working men are fucking up the country. Like Trump, I think he had a job all the
hey,
days of his life. I
No,
think
no, he
a lot
didn't.
of people that are put in
Trump,
these places are not good men,
A
and they
man that
think
don't
just
work don't
because you're
eat.
working that means you're a
look,
good
here comes
person.
Shannon with the shenanigans. She caught the tail end of this. But I'm just saying, you can't say if men stop working, then the nation crashes, because the same thing happens on the other side. Like once again, we are not in a society where your work was on your land. Like
Yes.
I understand where you're going with the Bible, and it makes sense. Like I said, it's all mindset to me. A man should be focused on providing and creating and leaving an inheritance for his children's children. Not because if we're gonna go to the Bible, that's what the Bible says. A man, and when it said work, it said a man should live off the fruits of his tongue and not his physical labor. So I mean, if we're gonna be technical, you know what I'm saying? I should be able to use my intellectual property to create wealth and leave an inheritance for my children's children if we're going verse for verse. That's all I'm saying. But
I understand what you're saying.
But that's all interpretation, remember.
But we can't say that we live in a society where that is the norm, when, just as the video stated, 95%, well, not even 95, I'm not going to over exaggerate and embellish, but about 70% of people in America are living paycheck to paycheck. That means single, married, and all of that. Even six-figure income earners, these are people making over $100,000 a year, are still living paycheck to paycheck, right? Based on the economy that we live in. So yes, I understand what Greg is saying, but I also understand what Melvin is saying, is that there's a dichotomy that we have to deal with. And if you can find you a partner and she making 65 and you making 50, y'all should be putting that 115 together and lowering your means, because this is where it all goes wrong. Yeah, she making 65, you making 50. Y'all both got Mercedes Benz with $500 oil changes, and y'all living in a condo on the 37th
So many
floor, and instead of getting you a regular apartment or a regular duplex, right?
Yeah.
And putting that extra $1,500 worth of rent income and going and getting you a Honda Accord because you can afford that, and at Jiffy Lube is $35 to change the oil. And y'all both got two clean ass Hondas. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna run for the next 20 years. They clean in the motherfucker too. And you reinvest that money into your craft, and you reinvest that money into your investments for future endeavors, right? Like maybe going to get you an Airbnb or getting you some rental property or some commercial property. Or reinvesting that money into some type of stock trading that may take 10 years to mature. You invest that money in that way, then your 65 and his 50 then turn into $1 million empire. But because you wanted to impress some people that's not even at your house, and you went and bought two GL 500s, you know what I'm saying? A black one,
Drizzle.
so you can be out here and we buying Balenciaga shoes.
What the heck is a drizzle?
Drizzle.
You missed it.
Man, y'all out here drizzling. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
Because you said what you said.
That's my point. That's my point. And when does it? When do you have to stop working? When do you get to stop working? Do you never? Do you always have to work? When do you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor?
Melvin, you absolutely earned your retirement.
Yes.
You served the country.
But thank you for serving our country too,
It ain't nothing. I didn't do anything
I have an
special.
older brother. He did 20 years in the Air Force. When he came out, he retired.
Yeah.
You worked to earn your retirement.
But does it?
I'm saying as a young person coming up
Right.
of age,
Learning to work.
needs to work.
Yes.
Males especially, because that develops them into being a man and not being a boy, living off of these different women.
Baby boy. Remember Jody?
I think that goes with
Little Jody? Remember
I
little
think that
Jody?
goes with parenting. If you raise your kid to be a leech, that's what they're gonna be. If you raise your kids to be independent, that's what they're gonna be. If you raise your kids to get their own and be entrepreneurs, that's what they're gonna be. But it has nothing to do with
Melvin beat me to it.
It's all about what you raise
Because
that,
I was
what
going to
you
say,
put
Quez
into that
always says
individual.
on here. Yeah, because Quez always says on here that we complain about these certain individuals, these boys not working, these boys ain't whatever. But who is in their household teaching them to be different? Somebody is raising them to continue to be these F boys and continue to be the ones, or these girls that's searching out for money and everything else. The only narrative or how it changes, even like with dang, I can't think of it. But when you have like this curse, this generational curse, how is it going to change? Somebody has to train the next one coming up to that way that it starts to change the narrative. If you don't do anything to change that, then don't get mad when the next one come up the same way and the next one come up the same way and the next one come up the same way.
Because maggots turn into flies. Drizzle, drizzle.
But it also
drizzle, drizzle.
Maggots turn into flies. Drizzle, drizzle.
Aristotle? What was that?
And I also think to piggyback off of Greg, it's good for women to know how to work too.
Yes.
Because
Exactly.
women are out here really thinking that all they need to do is depend on a man for everything. My mom has always told me, like, if you're living with a man or depending on a man 100%, don't let him keep everything in his name. Don't have a bank account on the side to where you don't have no money, because if everything is in this man's name and he's doing all the work and he's doing all this, you sneeze wrong and that brother be like, get out my house.
But then that's not a partnership. That's just something.
And I know, but I get that.
Somebody.
I get that. But there's men out here who are like that.
And
they will think, and you have to make sure that yourself is covered. It's not his job to make sure that's covered.
I'm a piggyback off that, man.
Because
hold up.
Say
for you men out there living off of women, it goes the same ish. If the woman says jump, then you better say how high. If she say, hey, I want my breakfast on the table, you better get your ass up and cook that breakfast. If she wants you home at 6 o'clock, you better be at 6 o'clock. Because if you living off that woman, if she said get the funk out because you ain't did what she said, then guess what you gonna be? You gonna be out on the streets.
But
if I say 6, you better be there at 5:45. 6 is too late.
That goes with how they were raised too. That goes with how they were raised too, because they were raised to control.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Like for me, me and my wife share everything, and like if we end up getting a divorce, okay, take half. I don't give a shit. I'll move on with my half and be happy. Like all this shit don't mean nothing to me. Like we could have 4 houses, it don't mean shit. But people put too much stock in what they have, and like Instagram. Oh well, I have to have this. I don't bring up any of the shit I have, because it don't matter.
Melvin's wife, if you out there listening, just know that he has a separate bank account somewhere in Mexico. And all the toes and the
it's funny because
here's
I'm
the
just
thing,
saying,
though.
go get your money, girl. Go get your money.
Go get your money, girl.
The reason why so many
sprinkle.
I agree with Mel. I mean, none of the stuff that I have means anything. If she wants it, she can have it.
Because let's be honest, men. Let me ask the men a question on here. If women weren't concerned with monetary things, we wouldn't buy houses, cars, and certain clothes and shoes. To be honest,
so I've heard.
If we could walk outside in a pair of slides, a wife beater, and some basketball shorts, and find our wife, wouldn't most of y'all do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, yeah, I'm about to say, adoration live at the basketball court. All one of her stories.
But
I'm at the basketball court.
No, I wasn't even thinking about adoration.
I had
with
the
that.
flu. I was at the basketball court.
But that's what I was saying
I just
earlier.
wanted women to understand, like all the shit that men got, we have for y'all. Like if it was up to us, if y'all would have changed the dynamic and say, hey, you know what? We don't want men to wear suits no more. We don't want y'all to have Jordans and nice shoes that buy cologne and shit. We just want a simple man with some Dickies and a white tee and some Nike Cortezes. You know how many men would go put that on?
Yeah,
because that's all we don't care about all this shit. We don't care about Balenciagas and motherfucking.
But that's what I was trying to say earlier, Quez. Is it's not that I'm blaming.
You think I got this hat on underneath here? It's a jungle. It's a jungle.
I'm not blaming the women, but a lot of the fuckboy shit would stop if they stopped liking the bad boy and all this.
They stopped liking fuckboy shit.
And so
a lot of fuckboy shit would stop if y'all stop liking fuckboy shit.
They're like, oh, I love the bad boy. I love this. And then you get the bad boy and they're like, nah, I hate the bad boy. He's toxic. He's that. Then why you still fuck the bad boy then? You still fucking the bad boy knowing
why
he's toxic.
Still sucking toes?
I mean, Melvin, the last time you said this, you set off a world war on this very podcast.
Every time.
But it's the truth. I didn't lie about it.
Why is it that the women like the bad boys?
I don't think they did.
Image. I mean,
it's just something.
I did at one point.
It's just something that everybody goes
it's
through.
The rebellious nature. It's what they've been placed on. You know how it is. I'm gonna go back for your the James Deans. You know what I'm saying, like, or
Rebel
for our era, it was the Tupac. You know what I'm saying, it was thug life, tattoos on it. They like the image. You know what I'm saying, like
it's the risky. They feel
like, whatever the culture. Like we have rap culture, right? So the ideal girl is the big booty hoe, and the ideal guy is the rapper, and so people kind of they grow up around that stereotype and that concept. But I don't think people necessarily want to marry a hoe or want to marry a guy.
No, they
don't get married.
They don't they don't want to
point.
marry that person. They want to fuck the shit out of them, and then they have kids with them, and then the problem escalates. Like, oh, okay,
there you have it, and now we're here.
That's what I'm saying, though.
And then now we're here
talking to adoration,
and I don't even think that's ideal. I don't even think that's ideal. I think that's just a narrative that keeps being pushed.
But think about it.
Only want women with big butts and this and this and this. I think that's a narrative that's being
most.
pushed.
But most of the trends, most of the guy trends that happen.
Most men are visual.
Yeah,
but a lot of them, I'm just saying, like the extraness with the BBLs and everything else. I don't think that's
hold up. Angie says, dropping eggplant.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you saw my video?
So you saw,
why are we pretending?
She said F boys drop.
I heard you, Melvin.
Oh, she saw my video, didn't she?
So,
saw that video.
Oh my
what you're telling me?
You better stay off the internet.
Is that men only look at the outside?
No, they don't.
No,
get your ass out the comments.
Shannon says, hold on, Greg, hold on, Greg. I gotta read this and we can get back. Shannon says, hold on, I'm a hoe in reform, married 14 years. So hoes get married too. Drizzle.
Yeah, and for those 14 years, before the 14 years, wasn't she fucking the bad boys?
She was the bad girl.
Yeah. Oh
She
shit.
was the bad girl.
Did he just say G?
Oh shit.
G unit.
She said she was the bad girl.
Melvin's on his platform again. Run.
She said I was before I was married to Square. Before I married to Square, I was out there.
The bad girl.
And you think the bad girl's gonna fuck the good nerd? No, the bad girl's gonna fuck the.
She ain't with no bad girl. What you talking about?
She married. She married the Square.
No, she said she was a hoe, not a bad girl.
Melvin, I hate you, bro.
What? It's true. She said that. She married a Square Panamanian.
And she says, and was the bad good?
Nah, the bad wasn't good. I did a lot of bad, and it was good at the moment, but looking back, oh no,
exactly.
no.
Yeah, I hear you.
But we all have to go through those trials and tribulations sometimes, and court dates and and all that other stuff, you know. But just like how society puts it, like, why did guys start growing beards? That wasn't a thing for the longest time. Why did guys start? A lot of today's society, they pushed it to the far left. Like, now they want to get their nails done. It was okay, all right, sometimes, because back in the day, pimps did that shit. But now everybody wants to do that. Everybody wants to live out that this hard pimp shit. Looks like Third said, everybody wanted to be a thug. But then when it was time to do thug shit, a lot of people didn't want to do this thug shit. A lot of people didn't want to do that thug shit. They'll play it. We'll play it a lot on TV.
When Ish hits the fan, they buckle and fold, or they go tail.
A lot of people.
Actual fact.
So they just want to act hard so that the girls like them, but they weren't built like that.
Yeah, because girls are saying like they like chocolate dudes. There be light skins out there trying to put chocolate over themselves, trying to get chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Like girls set the tone. They set the culture.
Listen, man, we sitting up here pretending like 95% of people are not followers, right? Yeah. It's very explainable. 95% of human society are followers. There's a very small percent of people that are free thinkers and are going to have the conversations that we have. We got lucky because we
but then we get in trouble.
But
we get in trouble.
In reality, if we start a trend right here on this show, 95% of people going to follow it, even knowing that it's stupid, wrong, whatever the case may be. It's only going to be a select few people that's going to be on some, bro, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? And one of them going to be Greg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Greg did it.
In Galatians chapter 7, it says,
hey, man, leave my family alone.
We love Greg.
Only going to be 2 more people.
As Shannon says, you have fun with the bad boys and cuff the good ones. Exactly. Truth be told, I mean, flipping around, that's what dudes do. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We smash the hood rats, you know what I'm saying? And then, we marry the good ones. We ain't taking the hood rats to mama like, hey, look at little Tay-Tay right here. She coming up with booty shorts and whatever, bullet wounds.
Speak for yourself.
We ain't doing all that. We ain't taking that to moms.
Speak for yourself.
We taking the ones that got a Bible in the hand.
It didn't end out too good when I did it. It didn't end out too good when I did it. Speak for yourself. Because we all love that. We fall in love with that stripper and we just say, I love her, mom. But mom be like, she a hoe. And I'm like, all right, mom, we can't be doing that,
That's what
mom.
I say. You can't turn
her. Like, I spend a lot of money on you, Diamond.
Like, mom, I love this woman. Don't be calling her a hoe.
Yeah. I follow you home to make sure you get home safe, Diamond.
Yeah, exactly.
He's stupid for that one. Really.
There
are a lot of those dudes out there too. There are a lot of those dudes out there too.
Oh yeah.
Or as Adoration would say, those dudes.
But the same
I
way,
love her accent. Leave her alone.
I love it too.
You say that men are visual, women are too.
Yes, we are.
Not all.
Well,
but the thing
that
the thing that would always deter me, even though you're fine, you got this banging body and stuff. When you open your mouth,
yes,
conversation comes out.
Come on.
If it's bad, I'm going past you. If it's good, I may hang around.
But it all depends. It all depends on what age range. If because in 20, you could talk like a bad person. I'll still stay. Dogs
I don't even think it's the age range. It's how the wind blows that day. It's how the wind blows that day.
Yeah, dogs gotta eat sometimes. Hey, I ain't suffering. I ain't starving. Dogs gotta eat.
Keep it 100. It's how the wind blows.
All right, so let's wrap this up real quick. This is gonna be a question. I don't know if it's necessarily a topic because we talked about masculinity and femininity, whatever. So for the panel up here, is it masculine for a woman to shoot her shot?
No.
I shot mine and I got picked, so I'm good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Standpoint.
Yeah,
I should shoot my shot.
I'm gonna be honest.
Still here.
If a woman shoot her shot, you know what I mean? It's cool. I mean,
That's how they end up pregnant.
I'm not gonna judge you based on that. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say no. You know what I mean? Now 10 times out of 10, I'm married, so I gotta run. You know what I'm saying?
I think
but
1 out
9
of 10, I'll shoot you down. That's it. Just 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
I'm a Sagittarius. That's a challenge.
You got a 10% chance of going down like a Vietnam plane.
I'm a Sag. I'm gonna fight you all the way till I get that yes.
You got a 10% chance of rejection.
That's all right. That's I got 90% of a yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like those online school. Everybody gets admission. Everybody gets admission. Everybody. You
Yeah,
don't
but
get a
seriously,
degree.
no, I shot my shot. And
I can't. I mean,
he finished it.
That's one in a million try.
Man, why are we getting ready to wrap it up?
Today was Thursday.
You done missed the whole show.
Oh, you must have had a long week. You must have had a long week if you thought today was Thursday.
Y'all don't even want to know. I've been dealing with this dementia clown, and he stole the phone out the hospital.
All right. Okay. That's another story. We out into the world right now. We out into the world.
I know. So
Sounds like my ex-wife. There's people in Thailand right now watching. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know.
Listen.
I know. I forgot. So anyway, I'm here. What's up, y'all?
Yeah. We getting ready to wrap up. We just asking the question: Is a woman shooting her shot, is that masculine?
No.
No, I don't think so.
D, how many shots have you shot?
Maybe 2.
What?
In my life.
0.
I would think you shot a lot more shots, but hey, nigga, you coming with me.
No, they shoot to me, okay?
I thought you would be like, hey, nigga, you coming with me today. That's it. You
I
don't
know
got
I
a
look
choice.
rough, but
You coming with me.
I feel like I never get a chance to shoot my shot. First of all,
But see, my shot be
different.
different.
That's because you at the basketball court.
But you say, D, your shots are different. How are your
They're
shots?
already shooting, Adoration. You at the basketball
No,
court.
but also they're getting fouled.
So then
they
talk.
shooting. They getting fouled and taking it out on the baseline. That's it. Adoration.
But I feel like as a woman, though, shooting your shot sometimes is just being like,
That's what D just said. Yep. She said her shots are different. Eye contact.
As a woman, it's like being like, I want to go out with you. Because usually, you
Nah.
just kind of like, if you make
I
eye
ain't
contact
gonna
with
do
a guy
that.
by mistake, you turn
Nah.
around.
I gotta
and
pay.
like, hi.
Then I gotta
And you're
pay.
like, oh, hi.
She said,
Oh, I didn't ask him out. But I just let him know I was
No. What did you say, D?
I'm not asking out because then I
No, I didn't ask out.
She said that
I didn't
No,
ask
so
him
D,
out.
here goes some game. D, here goes some game. So if you do go ask a guy, you say, hey, let's go have some coffee, whatever like that. I'm telling you, the first date. Then I'm just saying the first date, the dude should pay. He should pay. Regardless if you ask him or whatever, he should pay. That's what a real dude is gonna do.
Right.
A real dude. Real dude.
A real dude.
Right.
I didn't ask. I just let him know
We
I was
going for
interested.
coffee. We
What'd you
going
say,
for
Tisha?
coffee.
I said I didn't ask him out, but I let him know that I was interested. Like I'm keeping you out. I'm
How
interested.
did you do that?
Why? I don't know. It was a long time ago. But put it like
You
this.
showed him the
You
kneecap,
know.
didn't you?
Oh, you know.
Wait, you know, actually, no, I can tell you.
Did
I
you
used
show
to
some cleavage? Like you been down to
No,
go get some
he
water
showed
or
the
something?
ankle.
everybody know my
He
business.
showed
But
I
I
do that
ankle.
with
the police.
no, I
Only
met
with
him
the
and I
police.
think I slid into his DM. I think I did.
And then what did he slide into?
Shut up. My mom might be
she didn't stop.
I can't stand. I can't stand Robin.
She didn't say no. She didn't say no.
But look,
put it like this.
I
He's
hate
still
this
here.
dude, man.
Hey.
They slid into some books. They read some books.
Yeah, we did.
a bedtime story.
Y'all bad.
A bedtime
boy.
story.
Y'all bad.
Shannon said, "Girl, you grown. She know you get it."
I know
He
everybody about business.
didn't notarize this shit, boy. He didn't put his stamp on that motherfucker.
But I think I did slide into his DM. Yeah.
Right.
And Greg got up out of here.
That was Toes.
Oh man, where'd he go?
Hey, Toes' wife took away that Wi-Fi.
Like getting a little out of hand.
She said, "You got what?" Oh shit! I'm sorry, baby. I'll be off. I'm off. I'm back to
I would
you.
like to ask a question, though. Let me ask a question. Oh, sorry.
I want to know, Jess did it.
No, go ahead.
Jess, have you ever shot your shot, Jess?
Nope.
Go on, girl. I ain't mad.
Man, why you
not
got
worth
saying
it.
so stay?
They
You
can
could
shoot
have
their
just said
shot.
no.
That's right.
Now, what did you
But
say,
see, I
Chris?
feel like this though. Sometimes men feel that they might be like you might be a little bit approachable, or they feel like they I don't know, they get this weird vibe and they don't come to you. So I figure you ain't gonna keep staring me down all night, and we both
Right.
looking at each other.
Yeah, that's creepy.
We both have that vibe, and we both know that there's some chemistry there.
But
So
they
I'm
need to
walk
be a
up to
man
you.
and stand up and come to
But
you.
but see, all
man,
men don't
But
just
Jess,
approach
we
women
don't
like
want to
that.
fight around all 10 of your homegirls that
Yeah.
got you in circles in the middle of the club. You know what I'm saying? Play a ring around the
Buying
rose.
all of them drinks and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's not even.
And I got
Buying all of them drinks just to get to that
over
one.
the haters. You know what I'm saying? I gotta throw the drink over the big girl in the front. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to have to do all that.
If your
Honestly,
girls support you, they gonna make a way.
honestly, I wouldn't know
No,
how to
that's
take
right.
it. I
Only
wouldn't know how
person
to
I
take
know
it
gonna
if
make
a
a way is
woman
God.
shot at me.
Okay, but Jess, did you at least flirt with him or something? No?
I agree
Yeah,
with
you
you,
can
Shannon.
flirt.
Cause that's a shooting a shot. I felt because I'll look.
I
at
don't
them.
feel like
I'll
it.
get compliments on
is.
their
It
pics or
is. It's
something.
letting them know that the door is
Because you can
cracked.
you're letting them know that you're interested. That's not shooting
Right.
your shot.
That
You're
is
letting them
shooting.
know
Is
that
it?
you're
That
That is
interested.
shooting your shot.
That's shooting
Okay,
your
I have a
shot.
I
question
guess
for
to
the guys.
each their own.
How would
In
you
the world
I'm
of
Because
Me
how would he
Too,
know to
shoot your
approach?
shot?
Like you letting them know that it's
right?
you're
In the
okay
world
for
of
you
Me
to
Too,
approach.
we need
You shooting a
confirmation,
shot.
man.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to get R. Kelly or Diddy out here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
There's a
thank
whole
you.
lot of
No,
precautionary
thank
measures
you.
we got to go through. We got to
No,
go through
Oh,
big girls with
wait.
bad attitudes. We got to go through. I don't know if your yes mean yes and your no mean no. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? I got to wonder about.
That's
It's
true.
Negative.
Like, it's
No,
a
no,
whole
no.
lot
He's
of
doing too
That's the
much.
truth.
red
Hey,
tape.
Quez, I got one
A little
for
wink,
you.
a little wink is all we asking, baby. Just shoot
That's
me a
all it
wink.
takes. And then they
You know what
come
I mean?
hound
Help a
you.
brother out.
And here they come.
I'll smile,
I
maybe.
got one for you,
And
Quez. When me and my wife were dating, her friend took her to the side and said, "That man is not strong enough for you."
Damn.
And I was like, when she told me that, I was like, okay, who's dipping in and out of different relationships and we're still together?
Hey.
And I'm not strong enough for her. That was my wife's best friend.
It's proximity. It's proximity. Single. I'm
you still
being
friends
dead
with her?
dead
I
serious.
know you are.
Single bitches will keep other bitches single. Single niggas will keep other niggas single.
It's
Married
fun that
folks.
way.
Hey,
Married
Melvin. Hey,
folks.
no, real talk. The single
Married people who
dudes
get
be trying to creep with that other girl, man. Let's keep it a
yeah.
buck.
No, but I'm
They be
I'm
going behind
serious.
your
Like,
dudes.
if you get in a relationship and all your friends around you are married, then you're more likely to get married. But if you're
Stay
hanging
married
around nothing
and be
but
married.
fuck boys, then you're more likely to be a fuck boy. It's just proximity. It's proximity. True.
Scientifically proven. I appreciate that. The statistics show
Statistical
if you
data.
hang around 9 broke motherfuckers, you probably gonna be 10 broke motherfuckers.
Exactly. Too. And that's to Quez's point. That's what we have to try to get out of. That's why a lot of people don't know rich people. People don't know other people that own houses. And
Hey,
so
did you know that statistically, I hate saying that
Here we
word.
go with
No,
that.
no,
Me
I
too.
didn't mean to. No, I wasn't doing it intentionally. I'm just saying, like it's been proven that when they look at a majority of people, their 5 closest friends usually are in the same wage bracket.
People
So
have
just
5
weird.
friends.
Their closest 5 friends, they're all usually within the same wage bracket. Like
I'm trying to get
they all
2.
typically make the same amount of money. You know what I mean? So that if you hit that, like they did a study, that's why I'm saying it.
If
You know what I mean?
that's why it goes through, like, if you're a millionaire, it's most likely you're gonna be in the same
Around 4 other millionaires, 5
for
millionaires.
a million, and people don't understand that. Or if you're in the negative aspect, if you're around crime, if you know a lot of people that are going to jail, you're more likely to go to jail with them. It's just
But
but
this is why we
that's
strive
true.
to be around like-minded people. So I can see where you come from.
It's hard. It's
Mhm.
hard, and it's also proximity. Like I was saying, why other people date outside the race. If you're the only black person in that area, you're not gonna drive somewhere else. You're gonna probably date somebody you work with. You're probably gonna date somebody that's close to you.
Don't try to justify
But it's
breaking
proximity.
Dr. Umar's rules, sir. Don't get on
Dr.
here and try
Umar.
to justify you breaking Dr. Umar's
Okay.
rules.
But Dr. Umar said we're allowed to have
you
two
hung
wives.
around all of us. I don't want to hear it.
Dr. Umar said we have two wives. We're allowed to have two wives, according to Dr. Umar.
Right. If they hang around people with like-minded, you saying they like Melvin?
Yeah.
I'm sending Dr. Umar to your house.
I got some hot sauce in the
That's why I
fridge.
hang out with D. D likes
I do
toes
not
too.
like toes.
I hang out with D because she fucks with the toes too.
Drizzle, hey, Greg, drip. I got the hot sauce in the fridge. You know what I'm saying?
Get that
A1.
A1.
Red Rooster, drip.
Ooh, get that A1 and put a little bit of Himalaya salt on that. You don't know what you're messing with.
I can't with y'all. That is just
So
nasty.
I have a question for the guys though.
That's
How
nasty.
would you guys like to be hit on? Like, because I hear a lot of guys say, can girls like shoot their shot more because
just say hi to me?
Embarrassing.
Our shit is simple.
That's it, Melvin.
Hold on. Hey, we're gonna let all the guys answer. Go ahead, Quest.
Yeah, it's really that simple. You be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's
if he got any type of awareness about himself,
communication.
that is enough. Hey, how you doing? You initiating the conversation. Sometimes it's all gentlemen are waiting on, especially when you're surrounded by the 300, and you know what I'm saying. And then,
why they gotta be 300? Can they be 150?
They be up there like, you know what I'm saying? They be up front like this is Sparta. Watch out.
Yeah, it is true. It is true.
They get overprotective. Like, look, I know you're single and miserable, but watch out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let somebody
Should have said the hyena pay.
Because girls, they protect each
But
other.
why they gotta be a whole herd of wildebeest in the front? You be trying to fight.
He said wildebeest.
Yeah, you be trying to get in there like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, adoration for me is simple. It's a simple like just letting you be known if I guess the quote unquote shot, because I don't know what her definition of shooting a shot is, but it's just a simple like, hey, you know, just letting them know that you're interested. Like, hey, how are you doing? I think you nice looking dude or something. Like, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some women are blunt. If they just want sex, then they let it be known. Like, yo, I just want to just, you know.
Hey, don't talk about that right now. Let D.
But what
let
if she
D
was
talk
more
for
like
herself?
a wife lady who's looking for a husband or something, not trying to have sex?
Then
Looking for no husband on the first meeting. I'm trying. If I'm gonna decide you my husband, it's gonna be some dates
It's
later.
your
Ain't gonna,
intention.
you look like you're
But
gonna
it's
be
your
my
intention.
husband.
No. I know ladies who did that.
I know what you're saying, adoration.
What up?
But no, I mean like not.
What's up,
shooting
Greg?
shots normally happen the first time you meet that person. That's when a shooting shot happens. So I
You
get
know,
the husband thing,
if
but
you
I'm
get
like,
rejected,
we
don't
talking about
keep
straight up
shooting.
shooting
Let
shots.
go.
That ain't
But that's
happening
what
on
I'm
the
saying
first.
though. I'm saying what I was saying to because he said like you want sex. I'm saying, but if lady's not trying to jump your bones, but she's just
But
trying
not
to
everybody.
I like the
Yeah,
sex.
she went old
That's
school.
why you have a
Bones.
team, adoration. You're supposed to have at
They ain't
least
trying to jump
5.
the bones, baby. You keep that in your
What?
britches.
Yeah,
You
she's
know?
not like it's sexy. Bring it over, nigga.
What?
Yeah,
what-
reach around and
Communicate
rich
that
it
at the
off.
beginning. Just trust and believe that question's coming.
What
Communicate it at the
was-
beginning.
Go ahead, not cutting you up. What got my wife about me?
Mm-hmm.
She said I came into her job every other Friday,
That's shooting.
dirty and dusty. Because working on the outside as a plumber, I was always dirty and dusty. And after work, I had to go pick up the girls, pay the bills, and then go on home and do what I got to do.
Does she still like that about you?
Hold on.
She said that's what turned her on about me.
Yes.
Man.
Does she still like it dirty and dusty?
No. So Greg, so yeah, hold up. You know, now you got me curious. Greg's older than me, by the way. I'm the young cousin, so I gotta ask. So did you stupid? Hey, so did she shoot her shot? Did she say hello, like I like you, or did
To a
you?
movie with her?
Huh?
And I said yes.
She asked
She asked you to go to a movie?
She asked me to go to a movie with her, and I said,
Oh.
yeah, why not?
Were you still? Was this before you were biblical or after?
Oh,
I think Greg is like always.
Because did you
Hey,
get to
so-
know her biblically after this movie date, or did you guys
Hey,
grow
so
into your
Greg,
biblical
so
journey?
Greg, let me
What the
ask you though.
hell?
So did you pay for the date?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, D.
It was only $2 back then. What are you talking about? They had the Rihanna twins.
Wow.
But you gotta get the popcorn and the juju beans too.
I mean, they had remember the Rihanna twin? They had. Come on now.
I saw a promotion from back in the day. It was like in the 50s or something. $7 for gas, movie tickets, popcorn all month. Like boys were buying packages.
We need to bring that back. Bring that back. We need combos.
That's what I'm saying.
We need gas and food combos.
It was a lot cheaper. But now today, would you take her to? Would you pay for the movies and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yes, I still,
Yeah.
I still pay.
He
I
paid.
still
Like,
pay
you gotta
for
get a second
everything.
job and a loan to do it, but you know.
Yeah.
He paid.
I
You
believe
know,
it.
y'all be saying, "Let's go watch Netflix." Stop.
I
No.
pay.
I like
the
Netflix.
kids to go
I
see
still do movie dates.
Graduation.
Right.
We still do
I
movie
wish
dates.
my wife was on here. She would tell you from the day we dated up to this point, I've always paid.
Well, that's good. See,
You should.
Man,
I
That's
think
that's how my father raised
teach
me.
him, Eric.
Yeah.
Teach him.
You're like a hot six, bro.
there,
You gotta
I don't
pay.
think there's nothing wrong with that.
All right, Jack
There's nothing.
Slam, what's good with you, cuz?
Look,
There's nothing
you don't
wrong
have
with
it.
that.
You don't have the drizzle essence, bro. You got
Yeah.
it.
amen.
I have to
You
say,
gotta
Leave him alone.
pay. Just like
For-
I gotta pay. I don't have drizzle, so I just gotta pay. You know
my
what I'm
wife
saying?
was
It is what
the
it is.
first woman I ever courted. My wife was the first
Really?
woman I ever courted. Yeah.
Amen.
Like
Well, how you got a
Well, you a
you got a
Marine,
baby?
so
I mean,
we
hey,
understand.
because the dog's gotta eat don't mean that.
We
And the
Yeah,
understand.
babies
leftovers.
don't come from courting. They come from sex.
Yeah. That's it.
so that one was just a hidden
Yeah,
smash.
that one-
You don't have
right?
to court to have sex.
I got the Michael Phelps swimmer. That one, he got the gold. He got the gold.
Goodbye, y'all. It's been amazing.
Hey,
They was
this has
from
been
toe
a,
up.
Got the
hell?
Michael Phelps
this has been
swimmer.
an interesting one.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, I
love
was
it.
in
He's
it.
a
And I was
swimmer,
like, I'm
huh,
leaving
Mel?
here with something. I'm
Okay.
leaving here with something.
All
All right, y'all. Hey,
Yeah.
this
Well,
has been
I'm leaving
a
here with
good
something.
one, huh?
I said I was in it. And I was like, I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah,
That's
and,
not-
And you did.
and you got a gorgeous son out of there.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
He worth it. He expensive, but he worth it. He's still a hoe, though. He's
All
still a
right,
hoe.
y'all.
Generation's
Well,
face.
it's about that time. For those who are just tuning in, my bad. You know what I'm saying? But make sure that, we have the rebroadcast is going to be up on Facebook and YouTube. I think StreamYard was saying something about there was some type of connection issue with Facebook. So if you didn't really get to see it in real time, apologies on that. But it's going to be, the rebroadcast is going to be up. Also, I got to give a definite big time shout out to the rebroadcasters, because as soon as we hop out of here, I'm just saying we can have maybe 5 views. By the time tomorrow night hits, it's already like 140, you know what I'm saying, because of you rebroadcasters. So
That many people watch this shit?
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I gotta choose my words.
He's so stupid.
I'm never gonna get another job ever.
You ain't gonna get another job,
They're gonna
another
look
baby
up all
mama,
the
you know what I'm
I done
saying?
bought. They're gonna be like, this nigga is deceitful.
Hey, cuz, I got a question for you. Who is your co-host?
Quinn.
You never introduced your co-host with me.
Oh, Jeff.
I'm gonna say everybody else know. So Greg, this is Jessica. Jessica, this is Greg.
How you doing?
You just got to be confident from time to time and come back to the ID.
You let Greg. You let
Greg be working. Leave him alone. Greg be
He knows
working.
her in the biblical sense now.
Look, he at work now.
He know her in the biblical
He only
sense.
6-7 months late.
He be working.
He know her
That
in
be
the
them-
biblical
that be them
sense.
Hey, leave me
fireflies.
alone, Shannon. I was tired. Yeah, I messed up. I totally. This was from the names are from the after party last Saturday. So
Her name is Jess Blaze. Jess Blaze.
But it's good meeting you. I know all the rest of the ones, but
He was gonna say the fuck up. That's what he was gonna say. He was gonna say the fuck ups. I know the rest of you fuck ups.
I know the answers.
All right, so this has been a good one. This has been a good one. Thank you for tuning in to Drop Your 3 Cents. Again, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button, and notification. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the like button and the share button. We love you. And we'll catch you at the next time. Peace.